you. Why are you standing there in plain sight? You need to hide. This place is not safe for the likes of you, especially after dark. Ah, I can see by your confused expression that you do not fully comprehend the danger you are in. Perhaps you thought to enter here and find some amusement. But you picked a poor night to come visiting, my friends. It was a night just like this that it happened. The man who lived here went stark raving mad. They say he dispatched his entire family. Sometimes you can still hear the faint echo of their screams in the dark. His spirit now haunts this place, looking for others to dispatch. He's out there, watching you from the shadows, creeping ever closer. Come here. You can hide with me. I'll keep you safe and sound.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. We'll be starting here in about 5 minutes. Get yourself something to drink as we come back into Ethauntia with our group of hunters currently seeking out to maybe save or at least find the remains of one of their lost comrades. If you remember last time, we ended in the beginning of the second week of downtime that they had, and outside the bay window of their outpost, they saw this odd goat-looking cryptid human carrying the hand of their friend. We're going to start tonight with a hunt and a chase I hope my players are ready. We got some new rules that we're adding to the game as we move into a modified PF2 core. Cards are available, and I will tell you that the group is going to need as much max crit and help as they can get. Thank you, Anna, for giving them a max crit. They're gonna need it. Well, everybody, welcome to Ethauntia Campaign 2 Superstitions. I'm really excited to get started tonight. I just want to remind everybody, this is a rated R to maybe even NC-17 show, because not only is it graphic body horror, murder, blood, everything's fair game to kill, I like to fucking swear. So if these are things that are offensive to you, I'm only warning once. There's areas somewhere here or here for you to click to close the stream if it's too much for you, and that's fine. I won't be mad. On to the intro. Well, everybody, let's get this new music started and kick it off. It's been a month, everyone. It's been a month since we've been in Ethauntia. For those who are new or see this stream later on, Ethauntia is a world of soul-punk Victorian horror, where the monsters of myth and legend live at the outskirts of a sundered society. And this part of Ethauntia, unlike our last campaign, we are in that sundered society. We're out in the mountains of Moldavia in a land of superstition and keepers and no true faith and cryptids and snow and monsters and death and grannies that knit things that somehow take your soul. Who knows? It's a creepy area. And we love the horror aspect. So much so, tonight, I decided, thank you to White Bat, we're going to be using the 2.5 hour long John Carpenter style retro synth music. Because it only seems appropriate. How loud is that from my cast? You guys good? Little loud? Turn it down a touch. So, everyone, welcome to Ethauntia. Superstitions matter. And I'm going to start us off right in the thick of it. I'm not going to start us looking out the window. We saw that. They were looking at the cryptid, this goat-like, in the words of Drew, Jeepers Creepers creature, and has ran off into the cold. Now, I'm going to assume that our hunters have gathered the things they need to go out. They don't know how long it's going to be, how far they need to travel. So look at your bulk team, get your resources for rations, find your fucking snowshoes, find out who's carrying the tent that holds 4, and we're actually going to do our first like long travel through the snow. The last 2 weeks has been weird for this group. An airship crash. They've been out of the darkest house for a while. That airship is still burning and hasn't stopped. Undead were brought to life by a family member of our 2 siblings, correct? Brother, sister, right? Not cousins this time. Brother and sister. And that sister led them out into the Moldavian plateaus. And now we have a missing friend that's turned into this goat-like creature. They have no trust for bears anymore. Probably no trust for goats. But we do have one surviving goat. And as that goat comes to a plateau ledge and looks over into this valleyed area of snow, recently hit by an avalanche where trees are buried maybe 15 to 20 foot in spots, and down further, only the tops can be seen. Our group hits the ledge with the goat. I need to know how many people have snowshoes, who's leading the pack, who's making the rolls, what is our exploration kind of actions for the evening as I bring the cast on. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ethauntia.
Hey.
What could be worse?
Shaking.
What could be worse?
Oh, you know.
Everything.
Everything.
Oh.
Everything. So, who here has snowshoes already in their backpack? Is that a no?
I mean, I think as a group we have, was it 2 pairs?
There's
at the
2
loft?
at the outpost. I just looked. I went back to our episode. There are 2 in the outpost. So that's 2 people who can have them.
Okay.
Anybody
Did,
else?
did our Mr. Tenwick have any on him? Could we have purchased them from him on the way out?
Are they a common item? I would assume they'd be common out here. You could purchase them if you have the money for it. If you have the money for it, you can. I'll say, audience, give me a D4. This will be how many sets he has. While we're doing that, I've decided to go deep tonight since it's going to be out in the middle of the snow. I'm doing Paradox, the thing they don't have, someone to heal them anymore, and an Imperial Red IPA aged in bullet bourbon. So what could go wrong?
Well, okay. Cool.
Tasty. Not a sponsor. So who's buying? Do you guys have the money for some snowshoes?
How much do they cost you?
Broke. They're 10 gold each.
10 gold each. There's 2 available.
10 gales.
10 gales. Yeah,
Right.
10 gales each.
And we don't have all that many. But it would be 20 gales to get 2 more pairs.
Let's look at squalls and see if we have any squalls of extra squalls that have been played. I feel like I grabbed them all, though.
They're too preoccupied with Renoa. Sorry, I'm done.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, we have 125 squalls in the vault. We could burn 20 to get.
You could.
No, but they're 10 gales each. So we'd have to
They're
burn 100
100?
squalls for 1 pair.
Right.
Yeah.
So instead,
I mean, you could negotiate with Tenwick.
Hmm.
I would say if someone's willing to make a quick diplomacy check, there's a chance that you could maybe cut down that amount.
Would Tenwick be down to barter?
No. Well, depends on what you have. Honestly, that's not true. He might.
I am wondering about.
Wondering about what?
I'm wondering about seeing if you would want to trade a talisman.
What do you have already?
I'm looking through the ones that I crafted, and honestly, they're not very high value. But
No, then probably not. He is a man of
Yeah.
value.
yeah, like,
Man of value.
Welcome to the
Well-
circus of value.
I do have one I could give.
Well, how much money do you guys
I-
have? That's a better question. How much do you have, Rick?
I'm like almost tapped. Like, it's not great, but
All right.
I can buy my own pair if need be, and then we could buy.
Well, technically, you only need to buy one because according to a certain person here, they think they can just make their own to victory.
All right.
No, you can't. You looked it up. Too much money. Oh. Oh, they're not reliable. Okay. There's some Gales in there, but those are for the shop. They would fail often. Yeah, there's no squalls left. All the squalls have been tallied up and put in the vault. So it looks like we have 2 sets. Now, that means you could still do it. You're just having to find trails, areas that are lower heights in snow. And you got to figure this creature probably can't run on top of snow. At least you think.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and buy my own as well.
Yeah,
wait a second. Hang on.
Yeah.
What? Hang on, what? Who's muted? You're not muted.
Carter says I'm muted. Okay.
I had 100 Squalls card. I forgot to play it. So there we go. That's worth a pair of snowshoes.
Okay. There you go. 100 Squalls. Temwick absolutely has a set. He reaches in his trunk in the flashback, pulls one out for you. Here's a pair. These are a wonderful pair of snowshoes. I gathered these during my time of travel with the late, great Everston. We were at a graveyard out here, actually, in Moldavia. A story for another time. And he pulls a pair of snowshoes out and hands them to you.
It would have made a great throwing weapon.
They sure would have. They're probably from his junk pile.
Can we burn 50 squalls and I'll burn 5 gold of my own for the 4th pair? Is that cool with y'all?
I'm fine with that if you guys are. That's up to you. So minus 50 squalls we're going to do?
Yeah, that sounds...
All right, so 2 pair. He pulls out a 2nd pair for you.
Cool.
He's like, I don't think my compatriot will be needing these. Nora doesn't leave the house much anymore, and hands you another pair.
She probably merged with that plant in her car to become one like hub of problem solving.
Yeah.
And like uses the vines for her arm.
Yeah. so with that,
remember Norse on her own adventures.
this is true. She's currently out with the Lady of the Tide. So with that said,
She's on a spin-off.
It's a buddy cop.
it's a buddy cop
comedy.
story. It's a buddy. It'll be its own Penny Dreadful. With that said, I have to ask then, who is leading the exploration, and is anyone assisting with the tracking? And we're going to do a victory point version of tracking. I will not give you the numbers on this as you're tracking this creature, because you had to run through the house, gather your stuff and everything. Like, it's getting a couple hours on you and out, because you have to gather everything, get food, get everything together. Like, it's going to get a head start on you.
Right.
How far depends on how quick it is. But you don't know anything about this.
I think I'll be taking up the rear
Okay.
for this. Because for the first hour that we're setting out, Georgia's going to go ahead and cast Vanishing Tracks.
And what does that do? Good question. What does that do?
Yeah,
for you?
so that obscures tracks that we leave behind, so the DC of checks to track us will gain a 4 status bonus, or equal to spell DC, whichever is a higher DC.
That's pretty awesome. So how long did you say it lasts?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to upcast that at 2nd level.
Okay. And how long
yeah, I'm
does
gonna use that
how
as a
long does it
second.
last?
I'm upcasting it, so it's 8 hours.
Holy shit. Is it everybody
Yeah.
or is it just you?
That's a good question. It actually doesn't specify the target. I would assume that
Sure
it
it
would
does.
be,
What does it say?
It does not have the target there. Let me do a little more research
Okay.
real fast, and I'll get back
So
to you on
currently in
that.
the back, deciding if you're going to cast the spell is what we're at. Does that sound about right?
Leading the charge here. Does anybody else have? What's everybody else's perception?
It's not perception to do tracking, is it? I thought it was survival.
No, I know it's survival. It is, but I'm
+5.
+5 for your survival? Okay.
Try and assist for something, unless is good at
Yeah,
assisting.
if you want to assist, that would be well. How fast are we? So one of the feats that I have is experienced tracker.
Okay.
Tracking is second nature to you, and when necessary, you can follow a trail without pause. You can track while moving at full speed by taking -5 to survival checks. If you're a master, you don't take the -5. If you're legendary, you no longer need to roll a new survival every hour when tracking.
Well, you can't get mastery till 7th, so
Yeah.
Right.
so I mean that's good though. That means that I won't outpace you easily because I'm not tracking. I'm just moving.
But we take a -10. I mean, they haven't been updated for remastered yet, but we take a -10 foot item penalty to our speed if we're wearing. Oh, we're walking on snow. Never mind, we're good.
You are. So I'm assuming you're leading and someone's assisting you. That's really what this comes down to.
I believe so, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Then who's
So
assisting you? Remember they changed the DC and remastered.
Since
Yeah.
a 15.
It's a 15 now. Yeah.
Yeah, so Maria's assisting
But-
me.
If Burke is better at it, I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. Whoever's
Burke, what's
assisting.
your
I don't.
survival?
I don't-
I'll do it real
What
quick.
skill are you using?
Survival.
Yes, I'm trained, so I'm a good helper, so I would like
There we
to
go.
assist.
That's more where I was getting with it. Because
Yeah,
I thought
smart.
I had to hear the skill first. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead. Let's see if you get your bonus, and then let's see if you can add it to strength. While you're doing the math in the back, for the audience, so you know, the only way they get hero points is 1, if someone gives them a patch or they have their own. That's 1. 2, superstitions. They either lean into one that exists. If it already exists, there's a problem as well. There's kind of like a devil's bargain that comes. Or they can make their own. The first time it's made, it's a rumor. The second time someone leads into it in an episode, it becomes permanent. We already have some superstitions that are active, so we'll fucking see how this goes for everybody. Drew, what do you got?
14 on the die plus 9 is a 23.
23. All right. So as you are following, you get to the ledge with the goat, looking over it. It looks down into this
sorry.
valley.
Are we moving at full speed, or do we want to take our time?
I mean, do you want it to get ahead of you and hope it camps, or are you going to push through? Like, that's up to you guys.
I can, but it's a -5. So if we are doing full speed, it's an 18. Todd, did you assist?
I did roll a high enough to assist. I rolled a 22, which isn't a crit, but you get a +1.
Okay, so 24 would drop down to a 19
Okay.
if
It's
we're
pretty,
moving at full speed.
for the sake of the game, if you are looking at how DCs work in Pathfinder Remastered, that's a pretty good roll. Because I think an
you what.
18 is considered difficult.
Okay. We're going to move at full speed unless I lose the trail, and then I'll go back
All right.
to regular. Do the
Well, yeah, we'll handle that when that happens. So, with that
We're
said,
in snow. It's got to be pretty easy. Right?
you would hope, right? So, Drew, as you're tracking, the goat looks at you, looks down this, like, you can see the snow hit, it capped and rolled, and you can see where the avalanche started. You're basically where it skipped off a plateau into another one. And it looks down, and it's like 70 foot down into this valley. Looking around, you can see some areas where you go out and around, but the trail hit here, and then you see footprints down. It either jumped, climbed, slid. It didn't get hit by the avalanche, but it like, there's a huge crater in the snow where this thing hopped down the 70 foot down. 70
It
foot.
It just Peter Panned its way down.
It just jumped. And it didn't land that far out, so like it was like a jump and fall. What would you like to do with the party as everyone kind of gets around you? What would you like to do as I bring everybody back on screen?
All right. First off, Georgia, what do you think about, like, will this avalanche go over again, or is it just has it spent its force, so to speak?
George is
Just-
gonna. Yeah.
And
Crouch.
I'm gonna assist Georgia in this.
What are you trying to do? Make a check on if you're safe from the avalanche?
I'm trying
Like,
to,
if
you know
it's
how
gonna-
like once the snow has gone, like is there enough for it to easily trigger again, or would it have to snow?
Oh,
out
okay.
before it
Well,
goes
what's your passive?
Passive like
perception?
nature?
No. I need nature from Georgia. What's your passive?
Oh, okay.
My passive nature would be 19.
You're guessing just from looking how the snow is settled. You kind of do like the test with your. Do you carry a staff? What is your weapon of choice?
My weapon of choice is my bow.
So you can
Musket.
you kind of I don't know how they do compression tests, but you kind of draw a box, you carve it down, and you tap on it until it collapses. So you basically carve part of the snow away, leaving a gap, and you tap on it until it collapses to decide how likely it is for an avalanche to happen again. As you do that, it compresses down, it doesn't fall. So you're thinking you're pretty safe here. Now, the next valley down, who knows? That snow could have fallen lightly, and it could collapse on that plateau, but it's pretty flat, that 70 foot down. So you're guessing you're safe. At least it looks like it.
All right.
We haven't been out this way before yet, right? Like this.
No,
isn't known to
so
us.
you're going northwest of the Three Sisters. The Three Sisters are kind of in a line from east to west through the Moldavian mountain part of the mountain range. You are going southwest away, almost over the mountain area, like through the plateaus. It's considered kind of uncharted territory. People have been out here, but you don't hunt here. It's dangerous. There's no gondolas when you get out about a day from where you are. All travels by foot. Good hunting, though, usually.
All right. Well, it's a bit of a way down. We could climb it, or we could take the long way around. So he has a climbing kit.
Mm-hmm.
Which
If you guys want to try to climb down the 70 foot, you're welcome to do that.
70 feet, you said?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have 100 foot of
Cool.
rope? Between all of you? Do at least two people have rope?
I have 100 feet of rope because I have two 50-foot links.
Okay.
'Cause
So
I
if you
have
wanna
one
set up-
by itself, and then one comes in the climbing kit.
Would you are you trained in athletics, Drew? Is Redguard trained?
Yes, I
Would you like to lead this then and give everyone a bonus to the roll?
My athletics is only a 5, unless there's somebody better than me.
Doesn't matter. They have to be trained to lead.
Trained in athletics?
Yep.
Mine's also a 5, so
Let me see. Thaumaturge has a lot of moving parts. I am trained in athletics,
Okay.
and mine is a +8.
Trained in nuts. Correct, Sam.
Beats me out. by one.
Up to you. Whoever wants to set the rope and climb down. Basically, what'll happen is I will let somebody who fails a roll going down. If you make a success and someone fails, you can offer them a reroll. If you get a critical success, you can offer 2 people rerolls. Is how I'm going to do this.
cool. So Eric, I
Yeah.
would like to, if you're okay with this, I feel like
We'll
Georgia
see.
would probably go last, but I see Georgia kind of like looking out because I would like to kind of like ready gentle landing.
In case
in
somebody
case
falls.
anyone-
What's the
Exactly.
casting distance on that?
It's 60 feet, so I
So,
figure they
as
can
long
take
as you
a
get it
10-foot
before.
drop.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I think that's fair. So,
Okay.
who's going to start this? Who are you going to lead it then? Is that what's going to happen, Maria?
I'm gonna lead it. So
right,
Maria,
Maria. Give me a roll. Actually, no.
Yeah,
Tell me your skill. What's your bonus?
my skill is a +8 for
God
athletics.
damn it. All right.
So
Okay, so sorry, real quick before we do this, I want to tell you what the climbing kit gives us.
okay.
So the satchel includes
I can't
50 feet of
believe I
rope
did
pulleys, a dozen pythons, a hammer, a grappling hook, and 1 set of crampons. Climbing kit allows you to attach yourself to the wall you're climbing, moving half as quickly as normal, but
Yep.
letting you attempt a DC 5 flat check
Mhm.
whenever you critically fail to prevent a fall.
Yep.
You gain a +1 item bonus to athletics checks while using the climbing kit.
It basically stops you from plummeting to your death.
Or actually, no, that's an extreme one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, you
so
don't have
anyway,
extreme. So
Yeah, we don't
I
have
will
to-
tell you that you definitely can help 2 people if they fail.
Okay. Yeah, so Maria gets the kit from Regdar
Mm-hmm.
and just starts kind of setting it up, but kind of hurried,
Don't want to lose ground.
Don't want to lose ground, but also hopefully practice. We'll see what the dice say.
Oh, I already rolled for you.
Oh, you already did? Oh, that's right. It's secret. Okay.
Uh-huh. But who's going down first? I mean, are you going down since you led, or are you going to stay up top and be one of the last to go down to kind of visually guide people?
I'll stay up top to visually guide people.
Okay, so who's first down? Give me your athletics check.
I'll go first.
I mean, actually, everyone could just roll, really, to be honest with you. Because we're just going to see who fails. We can make this pretty quick.
Copy that. My athletics is a 10.
A 10, okay.
Okay.
I'll let you know. Who's everybody else?
Real quick, the ether storm is not happening anymore.
It's done. It is over, yes, correct.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
I don't have to worry about
No, it's
have to
gone.
worry about keeping part of my body attached to something.
Nope. It is currently gone. It is just snowing out right now.
Okay.
Just snowing. Beautiful snow.
Okay.
I get a nat 20 for a 27.
Nice. So you get down successfully. While you are climbing down, you can see like some of the branches and stuff that are out that snow is sitting on from the avalanche. There is a person's bag hanging, but you would have to go out of the way to get to it as you're climbing down. You got a natural 20. If you're interested in kind of swinging the rope to try to grab that, you can.
How far from me is it?
About 15 foot. You'd have to do a little run. Unless you have a magic spell where you can just cheat and pull it off.
No, because it's not raw metal or fire. I can't just pull it to my hand. So I will.
Gonna slice the lone
Yeah.
cliffhanger this shit.
I did all right. I might as well go for it.
All right. Go ahead.
I see something here. I'm gonna grab it.
All right, so give me you got a climb check. You did well. I'll lower the DC. Give me either athletics or acrobatics, unless you have a more creative way to get it, to kind of swing over to get it, or you can just take your climb and go all the way to the bottom and be safe.
No, I'm gonna grab it.
All right, give me either
I am-
athletics or acrobatics, and let's
This
see
will
what
be
you got.
athletics again.
Your choice, acrobatics or athletics, however you want to do it.
25.
You swing over, grab it. It's it looks like when you
Three,
pull it, a
20,
small
23.
survival bag. I don't know if you're gonna look at it while you have it, or you're just gonna throw it over you.
No, I'm gonna grab it and then I'll
right.
continue down. I don't need to inspect it.
Go over, get it, and you continue your way down. Good success as you get to the bottom. You can see the goat has went out and around and is like finding ways to jump and climb its way down. Who is next out of everybody? Is it gonna be Georgia or is it gonna be Maria?
Well, I was originally gonna wait and back, but if Georgia has something she needs to do.
She was just prepping to help somebody if they fall, just doubling
Okay.
down. It's probably like a normal. This is probably the normal pattern of climbing you guys do. Georgia would be like, someone falls, I can cover it. You're setting the climb to help guide people down. Like you're just making sure this stuff is safe. You're setting an order of operations.
Right. I mean, Georgia, I feel pretty confident that I can make it down there, so because I already rolled.
I know you rolled to lead everybody.
No, I'm saying I rolled my
Oh,
check
for you.
to-
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, my personal one, yes.
Gotcha. Well, Georgia, climb on down. You're on. The Price is Wrong.
Cool. I got an 8, so I think I'm gonna need that spell.
Or she can just assist one person. You can get a reroll.
Yeah, I'll assist you as you're climbing down.
You miss a
Okay.
foothold or an area. Snow is starting to kind of fall down around you because this rope is swinging back and forth. There's snow that hits you as you kind of lose grip a little bit. Give me a second roll.
Let's go. Got a 9.
9, okay. Audience, can I get a D6 roll from you? D6 roll would be great. The snow hits. Maria, you're trying to guide her. When the snow leaves, she's mid-fall. You get to make a DC 5 because of the climbing kit, but it's not a check. It's just a flat roll. You get to make a DC 5, right? Is that right, Drew? Or is it not an expert pack?
Yeah.
Yes, she does, or yes, it isn't.
She doesn't get the +1 to her.
She just gets to make a flat 5. So
she
give
can
me
make the
give me a
flat check.
D20 roll.
Yeah.
A 6. Thank you, Sam.
Is a 14.
All right, so you catch the rope, and
Yeah.
as you catch it, and it falls, the snow falls, and in front of you there is a cave about 25 foot from the ground. Inside of it, you see two golden eyes peering back at you. It's probably set about 15, 20 foot back into the cave. You are guessing this is some form of a wolf, and then you see a second and third set of eyes. Just because you're knowledgeable enough about animals, I won't make you roll.
Okay, cool.
You're going to continue climbing down?
Do they seem... I can only see their eyes. I can't
You can see their
probably
eyes.
read any body language.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I will kind of bow my head a little bit in respect and make sure I'm not like maintaining eye contact, so I'm not threatening, and I will move on.
All right, as you continue climbing down, one of them comes to the ledge and looks, and you can tell they're trapped.
Oh shit.
Whatever way they would normally leave out of here and climb down is covered in snow, and they don't have a safe way out.
Okay.
Maria, it's your turn to go down, but she has stopped climbing.
Georgia, did you find something? Did you find some another Moldovan branch satchel?
Coincidentally, the name of our band before we started this.
God.
Okay. No, keep your voice down. I think we have some potential friends here, and I will reach
Sis,
my
she's
hand.
80 feet away from you.
Hey, you're yelling.
Yeah, we're yelling.
She's up at the top. You're down at the bottom.
You're
I just
yelling at
look
each other.
upwards and do the shh as I'm like trying to hold my hand out.
Snow is still
them,
falling and hitting you.
What are you
What do
doing?
my
Come on.
half elf and I see? I just see her going like this.
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, shh. I will try to climb up
will
onto
wait.
the ledge, and I will cast
In with the
Speak
wolves?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
boy.
gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, you can just get in. So she swings out of view for you, Maria, and everyone else, you see her climb into like a snow and ice covered hole. You land in it, they back up a little bit.
Okay.
On the ground,
Georgia.
in the dark, there are numerous dead wolf bodies. Parts of them missing, fur, skin, like peeled off, like cut squares and peeled. You would,
babies.
they look like poachers, maybe? That would be the most similar thing to you.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, like they just came for their pelts.
Mm.
Dicks.
Okay. Oh gosh. I look around the cave. Do I see the area that looks like an entrance, or
You're
like
in it.
they're normal? Really?
Yeah, because they would normally climb down the rocky face. They just
the-
can't now. It's ice and snow. Everyone's yelling up to you.
Okay.
I need
Uh,
a roll for you to successfully deal with these creatures without them attacking.
Okay.
Because you are by yourself and you are currently outnumbered.
would that be? Fuck.
Correct.
Shit. That's diplomacy, huh?
Yup. Because
God
you're
damn it.
speaking with animals.
It's called Speak with Animals, and
The
I
reason
still have
this
a
is
negative
happening
one
to
to
her
my diplomacy.
is because she's not wearing her Georgia braid. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true.
I just want to be cozy.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Come on, buddy. That's a 3. I
So
think
the
though that there
the
might...
big one steps forward, and its shoulders are about shoulder height for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, in my druid tribe, there is a superstition that if
just-
you
Okay, what is it?
if you turn your back on a wolf in need,
Okay.
you get got. No, I'm kidding. If you turn your back on a wolf in need, they will stalk you as far as they
This
hold
is
a grudge.
horrible so far. So far, I do not like the
It's really
superstition.
bad. I'm
This
off
is-
my game.
This
for
no,
fucking
you do not
sure.
get to help her, Maria. She has to make this.
If I feel like it should be like the other way around. Like if
I gotta like
there's
this.
an
I just
animal
won't give
in
it to
need
you.
that you help,
Nope, has to be specific.
if there's a wolf in need, if you do a good deed for a wolf, they will repay it.
I don't think you've ever met a wolf before.
Do a good deed for a wolf in need. Yeah.
God. Fine. Fine.
I was
You're not
trying
allowed to
make
help
it sound
Drew.
more men-
All right, do a good deed for a wolf in need. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Do a good deed for a wolf in need. Please don't get another 3.
Wow.
Yeah, a 9's not much better, is it?
No.
That's
No.
On
Someone
the dice, that's better than a 3.
What's your
True.
total?
no, it was a 10 minus 1 for a 9.
So, I have a
Oh,
question for
fair.
you. Would you like to double down on your superstition?
Damn straight I would.
Okay. It's now a true superstition. Roll one more time.
Feeding it your ass does not count as a good deed.
What if
Can't.
they're
What could go
gonna-
wrong? What could go wrong right now?
No.
I know I should have prepared animal form
Kelly,
today.
No.
That is a 19 on the dice for an 18
There it
total.
is.
They back up and
Sweet.
leave you be.
Right.
Looking over the 3 dead wolves that are in front of the cave, they've kind of pushed them forward and haven't come to get them because they're kind of scared to try to leave the cave. You can tell with a little more examination in a more safer environment that they have been poached. There's gunshot wounds in each of them, and they have been skinned for, their furs. The fur on the
Wait, are they still
face,
alive?
fur. No, they're dead. Fur on the face, fur on the paws, that stuff's there, but the body is all gone.
Baby. Baby.
Yep.
Um,
How would you like to get these ones out? And what is the rest of the group doing? You've not seen Georgia for a while. Maria, are you climbing down?
Georgia, quit fucking around.
Eventually I'm like, fuck me, and I start climbing down.
As you climb down, you see the cave. It's because the snow is kind of knocked away now. And she's in there looking over wolves in the back of the cave. Now 20 foot back, you can see 3 wolves looking back, and one is very large. As you're hanging 20 foot from the ground. Just,
I'm gonna sigh.
yeah, that's a proper answer.
Maria,
I'm gonna,
can you see anything?
yeah, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna step in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I say I shot down Georgia's trying to. There's something with wolves here. I don't quite know because I don't think I've seen the poaching yet.
No. I mean, she can talk. You can talk to each other. You're close enough together.
Georgia, what's the holdup? There's some wolves here.
Yes. They've been poached, and it looks like they can't get down.
Okay, so then I lean back out and I shout down, the wolves are trapped in here and it looks like a bunch of them have been poached.
You
So
hear
I-
Regder slap his forehead. from
So
their
I'm
viewpoint.
I'm assuming that she's trying to help them.
Yeah, she is bleeding hard at that. All right, he knows what this means.
Uh-huh.
It's like dealing with Monk from the TV show.
Exactly.
This has to finish. He's going to look for a tree to chop down to fall there to create a land bridge for them to get down.
ooh. Oh, yay.
Okay, so you're going to start looking for a way to help her finish this so you guys can move along. Drew
Yes,
knows what's going on then.
I'm gonna do
I would say you could find one. I would just make it time.
yeah, I'm gonna take 10 minutes and survey wildlife.
Okay, yeah, I would say probably about 100 foot from here through the snow, you can find a pretty good sized pine. You can chop, trim. It's going to take you a couple of hours to do all this, like if we're realistic, but you could do it. So this comes to a real group decision. Now we know where we're at. Are we going to waste time saving these wolves? Is it a waste of time? Is probably a better question.
My sister does not think it's a waste of time.
Right, but there's
This
3 other
is-
people here.
Straight up the ass of her MO. So he swearwolves, exactly.
Swearwolves.
If there's a way to get the climbing kit back intact, he's gonna try and do that and try and pull together using the pulleys.
On
to
the
do
snow, there's
a,
not.
uh,
You
Oh, I
climb
have another-
down. You climb down. That kit stays there because you're gonna need a way back.
We're gonna need a way back.
I have another climbing kit.
Sure, you could do that.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
She's toss it down to him.
have her toss. Yeah. I'm gonna have you toss it down. I'm gonna use the pulleys and the rope to try and create some.
I love how you assume there's pulleys.
There are. There's some.
Does it really
impact.
say there's pulleys, motherfucker? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
okay.
awesome.
I will take it back. I'll eat my words.
I'm gonna go fucking fell a tree, I guess.
Are we? And then as you go, I look down at you walking off somewhere. I look at Georgia. I'm like, we're really just gonna leave Johan?
Johan is already gone from what it sounds like, and these
So
wolves
we're
are still
just gonna
here.
we're just gonna let the creature that killed Johan run free?
It's either, I mean, I can't just let the poachers come back for these ones too. They don't have a way to get out.
Are you doing this hanging or did you step in?
I stepped
I
in.
stepped-
Okay,
Oh,
you stepped
stepped
in.
in.
All right.
I
Hold on
stepped
then.
in.
Let me set this up properly since you two are going to be the ones talking. Give me a second. Bats.
Bats.
Bat.
All right, there you go. Go ahead. You guys are in there talking. I got you on. It's just
All
the
right.
three of us.
Okay. So, yeah, it's basically like you're going to let Johan's killer, that's absorbing other people, potentially, I might add, run
My
free.
brother's an excellent tracker, and again, I cannot let these lives go be endangered right now.
If
I would
we
say,
waste
like,
more time
you'd-
here trying to work on this, and then we give chase, and we can't find it, we're screwed. And we're gonna have to wait until it comes back, and who knows how many people it's gonna kill before we find it again. If we
Fair.
give chase now, and we're able to catch up to it and take it out quickly, then maybe we can come back and work on this on our way back. But if this is what you and Redger really want to do, I will go give chase by myself. I will give chase by myself. So figure it out. I'm going down.
Figure your shit out.
All right. So I think that I will say also, you guys have probably been around Georgia long enough to know that, like, her druid circle, one of their like main things is like she, one of my anathema is thanks. I've never said it out loud.
I know it's fucking weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
look it
But
up.
I can't allow others to commit wanton cruelty to animals, beasts, or have them killed unnecessarily. So,
Well, maybe
What?
we'll be lucky and we'll find the poachers
Hey.
when we're
Yeah.
trying to find.
Very simply, do you want to leave Georgia here then to handle it on her own?
I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna go down.
All right,
If you
Georgia.
and Redger want to try and rescue them, go ahead.
Hold on, Georgia. I'm gonna let you stay in there. You can tell me what you want to do. I'm gonna put the three of them together, figuring out what the fuck they want to do, and
Alrighty.
we will go from there. So I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't have a lot of good faith. Let me get rid of her, and let me bring Todd on here. Doo-doo. So how would you three do this? Would you leave Georgia by herself? Would her brother let that happen? As you're chopping a tree down right now and dragging it over with, whoever's helping.
Can make a two-man saw, and it'll make it go a little faster, right?
What does
Oh,
that look
yeah,
like, by the
big
way?
Fucking,
How do you make a two-man saw? What the fuck?
it's Gerber
make-
brand, and it is made out of light.
Get out of here.
Then you know what?
I
You two stay and
activate
help.
my lightsaber.
You two stay and help. Burke, I guess I don't know you well enough to know if you're that type of person. You two stay here. I'll keep tracking it. I'm gonna be slower anyway, but I don't know if more bodies being thrown at this is gonna help either.
Well, I'm
Can
not
I
planning
actually
on
roll-
doing. I'm not planning on doing a whole lot of work. I'm just going to take a tree and shove it up there, and then they can climb down it if they want to. It depends on how much they want
But
to
you're
survive.
talking
I
at
just know
least 2 hours to chop a tree, cut the branches from pines that have been growing out in the middle of the plateaus in a mountain, and then drag it with all 3 of you and put it up there. You're losing 2 hours minimum. Minimum. It's a big
And
ass
that's-
fucking tree.
And that's the point
Right.
that Maria's trying to make. So I'm
Right.
like, if you two want to do this, can I roll crafting to see if an extra body would even help, or was that just something?
You don't
that I
even need to
know?
roll. It wouldn't.
Okay.
2 people is
Okay.
probably enough to do this. The only thing they would use you for is to help lift it, but he's doing a block and tackle, and that kind of gets rid of that need for a third person.
All right. So then, that's what I say. I'm like,
All right.
you two.
You're
work
going off
it,
on your own?
I'll go by myself.
All right, so you're going to continue on. Hopefully they can
You really
follow
wanna do
your
that?
tracks.
I'm already walking off.
Just fucking see you in a
Maria.
bit.
you really want to go out on your own here.
You're an expert tracker. You'll be able to follow me, and if nothing else, you'll come across my corpse.
That's
God
not
Damn. God
Jesus.
damn.
So I haven't really talked about what if
True Belmont.
I mean, yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Like after
Totally.
retooling her background a little bit, yes, the
Yes.
person that she was raised by is 110% the Moldovan version of a Belmont. Let's go.
Love it.
Oh God. All right, so with that, Maria vanishes out into the snow. Which means right now, when we look at this, it is now just the 3 of you. What? Maria, if you
Are
can
you
give me
sure?
3 tracking rolls and get those things written down for me. Middle of the day. You guys only been traveling for about 3 hours to get to the cliff edge. Oops, wrong person.
Dedication. I have
Mhm.
4 elixirs of life, and then I also have 2 dark vision elixirs. So in case something goes sideways and I'm stuck in the dark, I
Gotcha.
can pop one.
Do you have your own bedroll or tent?
Yes, actually, I do. I have a pup tent. And a bedroll.
Who out of the group is carrying the big tent? Is it on the goat? On the goat?
Probably.
On the goat? Okay, it's on the goat. All right. So then if Maria can give me 3 checks, just write them down, put them on the side. I'm going to go back to the group, and we're going to see exactly how this goes. So you cut a tree down, an hour passes, you saw off the parts. You guys are kind of having a dialogue between it. The wolves are at the back of the cave. Does Georgia come down to help, or does she stay in there to kind of grab the log and bring it in? What's the plan between the 3 of you to quickly kind of get these wolves out of here?
I think that Georgia is probably going to start trying to like just soothe the wolves and explain to them what's happening while she still has
you
stupid animals
'cause you can fuck
activated
them. Okay.
for the
They
first hour.
They keep distance because they don't feel safe because 3 of their own are dead, but they will listen. Now,
Yeah.
here's how we're going to do this. I need, you guys basically have a clock to fill to get the wolves out of here. It'll be in parts. You can pick your skill you're using to all help do this. Each of you get a roll. As long as we don't get 2 failures, I will give you all a roll again. What
Okay.
skill would you like to do this? I'm going to start with Regdur because he's the one who seems to know he's cutting the tree down and bringing it over. So are you using craft, athletics? What would you like to use for that?
Well, for cutting the tree down, it's probably athletics, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Unless you can let me use survival. Since
I think athletics makes more sense unless you want to say you use survival to find the right and perfect tree.
well, I'm trying to find the tallest tree
I know,
to
but
drop to cut part of it off so I have less.
you have to cut the whole thing and drag over the part you need with I get what you're doing. My question is, which skill do you want to use? That's all I need to know.
I'll use survival.
You're using survival to find the proper tree for the job. The perfect Christmas tree, aka bridge. All right, give me a roll. DC is a 15.
I hit that on the die. I rolled
Okay.
a 6 plus 9.
So that gives you 1 towards it. All right. With 1 towards it, Burke, what would you like to do? Athletics to help cut the tree and drag it over? Do you have
think
another?
so.
That's up to you, but I'm just giving you options.
I don't really have another way to contribute besides just doing the heavy lifting.
Okay. Dragging, it's only a 12.
17.
Okay, good.
17.
So that fills the first part. You guys get it over there. Georgia, you're in there calming them, keeping them calm. What would you like to do for your check? So far, everyone has succeeded in their check.
For my check, let me know if you think that this would be either nature or religion. But I think Georgia, after talking the wolves through what the plan is and what they're doing, so
Yeah,
don't
sure.
be
So
scared
fucking weird,
when a
but yeah.
tree comes in.
Yeah.
Georgia is going to respectfully start to perform a druidic rite to honor the deceased wolves and show respect towards them.
I would say religion for you. 100% religion or nature. Or nature, because that's kind of part of your religion. I'm fine with either.
I mean, I have the same modifier for both.
Up to you.
So that's why I'm like, it goes either way.
I don't care.
Woo! And that is only a 12.
Okay. That gives you 1 success, but not a failure. As you guys are doing this, Maria continues trudging through. Maria, as the camera pans through the snow and you're making some distance over the next 2 hours, what is your first check? Can't hear you, muted.
My bad. My first check was a 16.
16. You do find the trail. This thing goes from walking on 2 legs to 4 legs quite frequently, which makes tracking on some of the major trail areas, because you're not quite out of the like a day out and you're going to get into where there's no gondolas anymore. Right. But it walks upright or walks on all fours to kind of throw off trails. Anytime it seems to get near an area where there are some footfalls from, you're guessing, the poachers from what your group is doing, it will stand upright and try to cover its trail.
Okay.
And then it'll go back on all fours off the beaten path and try to move like an animal does. But it's obviously easy to tell that it's not an animal because it is hoofs and hands.
Right. Okay.
When you track through on that second hour and you haven't heard from them yet, you don't hear the sawing anymore, you don't hear their sounds anymore, you're deep into the forest and the plateau, deep snow, trudging through with snowshoes on. You come across a group of trees that have been pulled down and tied with rope to make like a makeshift shelter. There is wolf pelts over top of it. And inside, there are silhouettes from the path you're on. But the trail of this creature leads off to whatever this is.
So the trails are leading off to
this like fold over makeshift kind of tent.
You know what?
You know these shelters are made by hunters when they're out in the wilderness and like really bad snow hits, or they don't want to set up something. Sometimes people build these because it's more natural for hunting. Mm-hmm. But it is covered in wolf pelts and snow.
Blind or something.
Yeah, kind of like a blind. You got it.
Okay. I'm going to.
Are you going in, or are you just going to stay here? That's more what I'm looking for.
Because I'm not quite sure what happened, I'm going to approach the blind.
Okay.
I'm not. Well, I can try and do it stealthily. I'm not very stealthy, but.
Sure. What did you get on your survival roll to track?
On my first one?
Mm-hmm. What was
16.
it? Okay. Would you like to use we have a card. Would you like to up your check?
Yes.
All right, hold on here. Let me find it. What does it fall under? Is it passive focus? No, it's not passive focus. It gives you a +2 to your check. So what's your total then? You get 19?
That'd be an 18 then.
18? Okay, so 18, I'll give you a little bit extra on the survival check. We're going to use serving hand survival check. On an 18, you know that it moved in here, and then as you move forward just a little bit before you make your stealth roll, you can tell it bed down here at some point. It's been here more than once.
Okay. I'm going to...
You can't quite see in it from where you are, because it's kind of set back in the trees a little bit. Like you would have to stealth up or walk up to it. I just want to give you the proper scene before you make a decision.
Okay, so it looks like this creature that I'm trailing has been here before and used it as a...
More than once. You're guessing a couple of times.
Then I'm going to... I know I'm not good at it, but I'm going to try and stealth up.
All right, give me a roll. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
And it would not be passive. This would be an actual roll because you are going to be close enough to where if something were to break out, a roll would be required.
I actually got an 18 total.
How do you want to be close enough just to see inside? Are you using light?
I'm a half elf, so I've got low light vision.
Okay. It is daytime.
It is daytime, so I think if the group is okay with spending...
They're not here.
No, I'm talking about like during our crafting downtime.
Oh, okay.
If the group is okay with me spending 70 gales worth of monster parts, 30 from the bank, and then 30 or 35 from... Yep.
I mean, I think we already discussed this. Thumbs up in the group,
Yes.
yeah? Yeah, okay, all right, cool.
All right.
What does it look like? I mean, what are you doing? No one knows what the fuck. We have monster parts in the game. Anyone who has cards have probably seen this. Monster parts allow them to craft things with monster parts. So, Kelly, what did you craft during those 2 weeks of downtime from Gibbering Mouth or monster parts?
So, in the previous episodes, Maria had kind of just a standard scorpion whip.
Mm-hmm.
It was well crafted, but very much like a functional, crafted by a blacksmith, plain leather handle. There was a rune in there for there's a foundational rune to help with hitting things.
Sure.
The one that she pulls out now is very leathery and kind of bumpy, and it almost matches the skin tone of the Gibbering Mouthers. And as she loosens it up,
covered in little teeth.
yeah, it's covered in little teeth, and it kind of flexes a little bit and then snaps back up to its original 10 foot.
So you unfurl it.
Yep.
All right.
And then I'm going to go until I can see inside. So if I whenever that would be.
I mean, it's pretty close, but I'll say you can move close enough to be able to see inside. Now I'm going to pull a map up, Kelly.
Okay.
You're going to see some light on the lower left-hand side. I'm going to drag and add your token. Oh, it says you're offline. You probably have to refresh to come back in. I had to do the same thing because I stayed away from the screen too long. I put you in the lower left-hand side of the map. I'll ping a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. You can see that where it is up this plateau to that second rise. And it's a pretty gradual slope. You can step up to that. There are trees up in the distance. And there are 2 trees where I'm pinging here, to the northwest. That's where it would be. So if you're going to kind of climb and walk your way up, let me erase the fog since you have low light vision. And I'll let you see kind of this area a little bit more. Between these 2 trees here. And I will put a marker for the tent for you. It's a very small tent. It's not a very large one. Small tent. And sure. And feel free to move yourself up between those 2, however far you would like to be around it. And I'll put the tent in place. And I'll zoom this in a little bit. Wherever you would like to be near that tent, however close you want to be.
Okay.
And then I will show this to the audience in a second as we go back to the group.
So I'm not quite sure how distance...
5 foot squares.
Okay. So if the
not really in
like...
tactical move. You can just kind of move to it. You know what I mean? These are all rises. These are just gradual rises.
Yeah. So my half elf kind of muscle bound self climbs up, and I guess I'll be right here for now.
Okay.
So I can see into the tent.
So in
possible.
the tent there is bodies.
Okay.
Humanoids. Kind of piled in a circle, and there's kind of blood all around the snow, and then hanging from the top of this there are dark shadows. When you crouch down and look, there are heads, 3 of them, hanging from the inside of this makeshift tent.
Okay.
I'll let you decide what you want to do. I'm going to bring everybody up on screen, including you. So the rest of you, as you kind of over the course of 2 hours, get the log in place, get everything ready to go. The wolves now are at the back of the cave, and they're going to have to be coaxed to get out as you get the log set. Is Georgia going to handle this? Is somebody else going to come up and assist you to maybe get a critical hit? Because right now, you've done well. You've got it set up, but they are not wanting to come out now.
It would be easier if we just leave. Let them come down on their own. don't feel like we can help this much. I mean, you might
Yeah.
be able to, but
And Georgia's Speak with Animals was only good for 1 hour,
Would
which
you
I
recast
think.
it?
What's that?
Would you recast it? I'm lowering the DC since you
No.
have it, just so you know. When it's up, the DC
I-
is lower to deal with it.
Oh, damn, that's wonderful. But I don't think I can recast it.
That's
with
not
the
true.
Amount of, like, spells
There's a
I
way.
prepared.
Would you like to use the Keeper's Eye? This card, if played, you can use. The Keeper takes notice. You can either regain a focus or get 1d6 ranks on spells back. But I moved the tracker up one for the show.
Hmm,
I will tell you the DC difference if that makes it any easier.
I've already made my decision.
It's a 15 if you don't have the spell up.
Okay.
And you're at -1 because you suck at it.
Oh.
Because you said you're at -1 for diplomacy, right?
I sure am for diplomacy. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Did that card not go through that I just played?
Oh, I didn't look. I have a different one pulled up. What did you play?
Oh, okay.
What are you trying to save your ass with?
Stuff.
What? What is it?
I just played another Keeper's Eye with the
Oh.
caption of "Yes, I would."
Oh, yes, I would. Oh, okay. Oh, perfect, perfect. I was going to use somebody else's, but we can. Here, let's go. Let's see whose Keeper's Eyes there are. I mean, you played your own. Let's see who we got that
Yeah.
has kindly decided to make my life better.
I simply replenished the pool.
You're replenishing the one you're going to spend. We're going to use Trickster's Keeper's Eye. So roll me a d6. Actually, audience, roll me a d6.
Their rolls will probably be better than mine.
Yeah, we'll see.
honestly.
So while they do that, do you recast the spell then to make it easier?
Yes.
Cool. It is a 11 for you. if you
Much
use it.
better.
Right.
Okay.
And nobody's coming to help you, so you're all on your lonesome.
That's fine. I really just want to have a little closing dialogue with them before I leave because they may not want to come out when there are humans.
Well, I can
Human
tell you
orcs?
right now, they're at the very back of the cave, as far as they
Mm-hmm.
can be. There are there's a human body at the back of the cave as well, if you're moving near them. But it is laying on the ground. You're guessing not alive from the distance.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, let's roll some Diplo. Let's see. That is an 18 on the die for a 17 total.
That is very good. That's a partial fill for this. Crits are 2. That's a 1. They are willing to move up to you. You would have to give me a survival check to coax them down.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
That is a 13 on the die for a total of 22.
A 13 on the die. That fills this up. They do make their way down. That is a crit that takes us to full. As the wolves move down, they immediately scatter when they get to the bottom. They don't do anything to Regdur or Burke at the bottom. They don't want to be around people, and they run out into the woods. Now, with that said, there is a body at the back of this. Are you going to check it, or are you
Oh, yeah, I'm going to call down. I'm going to call out from the mouth of the cave and just go, guys, change plans. There's a body in here. And I will go take a look.
All right. The cave
Right,
goes back
okay.
and turns like a slight corner. It's about 30 foot back, and then it goes into like a pocketed, like 8-foot round kind of little dugout area. It's not natural. It looks like something dug this out, and it is stone. And the stone in this area is a shale with a little bit of areas with flint in here. So if you were to get tinder or something out of this, you could get some flint out of here for flint and tinder. But at the back of it, it is really jagged. And there are paintings on the wall, blood, and there are little bone altars on shelves in this back room. And one body laying in the ground in the center.
Can I roll a religion check or
it
a
is,
cult?
it is religion. A cult will give you different information.
Okay, I think that
A cult's a good roll for this, though. It is definitely
It's
occult.
occult, as in
You're welcome.
cult.
At the back of this cave, there is 4 levels of monster parts that can be collected as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
If you want to bring them back, they take 2 bulk to bring them all back.
And hear Katie's blood pressure rising.
Yeah. I know. So, are you guys going to gather the 4 levels and bring them back with you?
I will if I can mount them on Mephi.
Yeah, you can put it on the goat afterwards. It has space.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right. So that's
let's
serving
see.
hands
We
and
could-
Allie's cards.
We could just leave them here and haul them up on the way back.
Yeah, you don't know if you're going to get back that way, though. Would you rather have them with you in case you need a craft on the fly?
Okay, fair. Yeah.
All right.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. At least you understand how phonetic spelling works.
subscribe.
So, what'd you get in your cult?
I got a 10.
That's not...
on my religion. A 10 on my religion.
You don't know any religion that this falls in.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, occult time?
With a 10, no. Would you?
Or would anybody else be here at this point that might be better?
You make both rolls. It's okay. You're just looking it over.
Okay. That's better. That's a 16.
Well, Allie,
For occult?
for
Oh,
occult.
no.
Oh, cult.
So if you look in our notes, in the handout section, I have added the calendar and known keepers. If you go look over in the right. In the known keepers section, there's a very large list of keepers. Like, a good amount. Not all of them. There are 22 missing from here right now. Because cryptids are becoming keepers in the game. Some of them are. But
Okay.
there is a symbol of bones that are put together that is the symbol of Morgashir. Morgashir is the keeper of flesh. A lot of monsters or things that are meat eaters are known to follow it. Werewolves, certain druids that eat, animals and people. It's also known to be followed by like cannibalistic tribes.
Okay, fuck that shit. Gotcha.
It's a set of jaws of a human, but basically it's two bottom sets of jaws put together. And in the center of it, there are just a pile of teeth from collected in it. And that's kind of what the shrine is.
Okay, but that's awesome.
If you are to say a prayer to this, I will give you a hero point.
Oh, god damn it.
So think of it like in Greek mythology where you pray to all the gods to be safe.
Okay, so Georgia wouldn't see necessarily any negative repercussion.
No, I never said that. No, I never said that. I just said that's why people would pray to him. Because you're in Moldavia, they worship a lot of them worship a lot of the keepers.
Yeah.
And you usually do it to not be eaten by bears or not to be eaten by. This is keepers, not druids. That's your choice. That's why I'm letting you make a choice.
I don't think she'd do it.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Who else comes up here out of the group before we go back to Maria?
Burke probably wouldn't. He'd keep an eye out. Burke's spent a lot of time dodging and avoiding hostile wildlife, and he is not wanting to really be a part of this, but he wants to be a team player.
Aw.
Yeah, now
Look out.
Now that the pack animals are down and out from around, he's probably halfway up the log with his rifle out, just keeping watch as well.
Okay.
Okay,
So nobody
not
else
actually
comes
going
in.
The rest of the way up.
No.
All right. I would like to take a look and just rifle through the pockets of the deceased corpse.
If you would like to use a passive perception, I'll let you use the passive perception card and
21.
add to it. All right. The passive perception card adds a +5 to whatever it is you have for passive perception.
Oh, cool. 26.
The body that's here is not that old. You're guessing maybe a week. There's
Okay,
no
okay.
belongings left on them. It is missing its lower jaw. There's no way wolves did this. That means something else did this.
Like the poachers.
This is a poacher. He is wearing some wolf furs. He has a broken bow. He has a dagger that is bent. Looks like he was trying to write in the stone on the ground.
Oh, okay.
What
do I see-
languages do you know?
I have Moldovan, Kadraic, Dwarven, Sylvan, Wild Song,
It's in
and
Dwarven.
one more. Fuck yeah! Sorry. Okay.
You got some dwarven poacher friends.
No, but that's big. it's in Dwarven. There's only 200 known dwarves left in Ethauntia.
And this is a human.
Yes.
Oh, the fuck. Oh, okay. I'm immediately calling for Redgar.
It says...
Redgar.
And do you want to share this, or are you calling your brother up here first? Or are you leaving the cave?
Okay, what does it say?
Do you move the body to read it all?
I'm calling him.
Before you move the body?
Yes.
Okay. Ragnar, your sister's yelling for him.
Hey, he comes up the bridge.
It's a tight gap. I mean, you can get through it pretty easily, but this is made for wolves to sleep in. It's small, but the cave is dug out. Everything I told her before. Burke, you're by yourself. I want to point that out.
Yeah, not a fan.
Okay.
I'll have my aura up just in case I gotta act.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm also by myself.
That's true, but you're a Belmont, whatever Belmont is in Moldavia. We need a Belmont name for Moldavia. What's your last name?
I mean, Belmont is a great Moldavian name.
It is a great, I mean, it is, but we're not going to do that.
Mine's Ilarian, but my adoptive father is Gerson.
Oh, okay. We'll go with that.
Okay.
So, Regdur, you make it to the back. Your sister is there. She's standing over a body.
Hi.
The inside of this cave is covered with little flint shelves with bones, sculptures, and then the bigger one of 2 jawbones, just a mound of teeth in it.
What the fuck did you do?
I didn't do anything.
I'm kidding.
Look,
of course you didn't. You were just in here. I know. What,
Okay, if you're
what
gonna
is-
look around at everything, take this shit in.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
He sure as fuck isn't one of us, that's what I know.
All right. Yeah. What's it say?
Are you moving the body?
I guess we're gonna move it at this point, yeah.
I need both of you to make reflex saves.
Fuck.
I was gonna say checking for traps, but
Sorry.
actually, could I do that? I'm trained in thievery.
I already said make reflex saves.
You guys already started rolling it.
It's not bad, okay.
Now, this trap
Okay.
wouldn't affect most people, but you read Dwarven. As you read this, the walls behind you, you see shale and flint start to grow like closed behind you. One of you can leave if you're successful with no damage, no half damage. What did you get for your reflex saves?
I got a 27.
Okay.
I also got a 27.
Which one of you get to leave with no damage?
My
Because it
brother.
closes so fast, only one of you can get out.
Georgia was the dumbass who started moving the shit before.
That doesn't mean that he doesn't throw you out, though. That's why I am giving it as an option. You know what? I'll let you discuss
He
it.
would have
Hey, Maria.
thrown her out.
Nope. Hey, Maria. Let's
Yes.
figure out how we're gonna handle the situation you're in. You're in a different kind of bind. They can discuss it with each other. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I see the 3 heads hanging from the roof of the hunter's
To be able to
point.
see in here, you will need light. It is dark. It's set back into the trees. It is a dark space. Oops.
I made 2 of them for a reason. I've got a little bandolier, and I pull one, and it's got like a little. Let's see. Did I describe this? It doesn't matter. So
It's dropping cards right now to save your asses.
Right. So, I pull out a little bottle, and it's got like a tiny, like, silver, family, or like a signet, like a heraldry.
Mhm.
I haven't decided exactly what it looks like yet, but
That's fine.
she breaks that, she drinks it,
Okay.
and then she coughs, and like a little bit of like black ichor spills out. It's not bleak.
Ooh,
It's not bleak, but as she spits it out, like
like
it
black
kind of, like,
blood almost, like
kinda, yeah, and it like
thick
goes
ink?
up it's thick ink. It goes up to her eyes, and then her eyes turn like black, like
Oh,
Pathfinder
Richard?
elves. Kinda.
Okay.
And then I blink a couple of times, and I now have dark vision for 10 minutes.
So you can't see color, you only see black and white, right? Great.
Right,
Okay.
but...
There are heads hanging here. One of them has a mouth that is moving. It is human. The other two are dwarven.
Okay.
Serving hands.
The
create this
one
bond.
human that is... The mouth is moving. Is
The
it,
mouth
like...
is moving.
Is it whispering anything? Can I
How
hear
close
it?
do you, how close are you?
I will move up.
I just don't want to fuck you over if you don't want to be close,
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean?
This character does not have lip reading. I will, you know what, I'll move up a little bit closer, because I wanted to kind of go anyway to see, like, obviously this is some sort of nest or possibly even a ritual if it's just hanging the heads up to dry.
Maybe.
Versus, like, hanging up the rest of the bodies to dry.
Yeah, the bodies are on the ground. They are decapitated. 2 dwarves,
Yeah.
1 human.
I'll move up, like, 15 feet.
When you
Or,
move up,
15
you can
foot
see
away.
it is speaking. It is the human head that is speaking right
Okay.
now. It is speaking in Cadraic.
Okay. I believe
Seems to
I have
be repeating like the same couple lines.
that. Okay.
But unless you know Cadraic, you don't know what it's saying.
I do.
Okay.
I do know
It keeps
Cadraic.
saying over and over, "It is not my fault the ship crashed. The god's breath should be safe. It's not my fault the ship crashed. The god's breath should be safe. It's not my fault." And it just keeps repeating it over and over. And the other heads are just kind of slowly moving in the wind that blows from the outside of this opening.
Okay. Anything else in here?
Bodies. You have to go move in if you want to look through it. You want to give me a roll?
Yeah, I'll move in. I've got the whip in the one hand.
Okay. You have a whip out. You got to hunch over. It's maybe like 4 foot tall. You know, it's made to lay in it like a pup tent, right? It's pulled over.
Right.
If you want to give me search check to look through this, see what you can find. It's definitely not passive. This is definitely an active search.
Yeah, it's definitely me, like, looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see what I can see. I got a 21.
So you find a couple of bags. You rummage through them. You find about another 100 squalls between them all. Thank you, serving hands. On top of that, you find a small wooden box with dwarven runes inlaid on it.
Okay. Well, I
Very
can't
nice
read-
craftsmanship. It is wooden, and the runes are like gold inlays.
Okay.
It's about yay big.
Okay.
Well, baseball
So
size,
almost
big
like a
square.
Yeah.
Runes are just on the front and the top. It has corner caps on it to make sure, like, if you drop it, it's durable. It's made to be hardy.
Right. Nothing else.
Nothing else of value. There's like broken arrows, but any gear they have, you don't see any gear in here. Like, I think if they had like water or food or even their clothes had been taken.
I was gonna say, like, if they had any clothes or anything like that, but
Mm-mm.
it's all been shredded. Or
I mean, like, if their
removed.
boots are damaged, those are left behind. Like, things that are damaged are left,
Okay.
but anything that was intact seems to have been taken. Why
Okay.
a creature would do this doesn't make sense.
Well, I
Or
mean,
cryptid?
if what we learned last time was accurate, then it's probably if it's this Glophalin or whatever, I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but if it's
No,
that,
that's pretty close.
if it's the Glophalin and it's trying to make itself human, if I were that, I would be stockpiling clothes so that when I finally regain my human form, I'm not sitting out here freezing to death. Okay. I think I'm gonna draw like in the hunter blind, like on the wood, like I'll come out and I'll take like a dagger or something and I'll just carve like a makeshift tiger moth.
Okay.
And
So,
then,
like the moth symbol for your group? Yeah,
the
sure.
moth symbol for our group, and then
And like
I'll
your
put,
initial in it or something?
Yes, MO.
Okay, perfect. And are you going to continue on or are you going to go
Yes.
back? All right, you
I'm gonna
continue on.
continue on.
All right, that takes us back to the full group. But mostly just who got shoved out or jumped out first.
I mean,
Hey, if you're both saying you would have shoved each other out, I'll need athletics between you to see who wins that battle. That's how we're gonna fucking play this game.
I don't think Georgia would shove him out necessarily. I just think that in terms of like looking at like reflexes, if she was the one crouched down and he was the one like, wait a minute, shouldn't we check for traps?
This is really simple.
Which
one got made out? That's all I want to know. You don't need to be this fucking special about it. Who made it out?
I'm gonna say he threw her out.
Done. It closes. You pull your hand back before it gets trapped, and you don't take 3d6 points of fucking damage. You're inside this room. It starts to get windy. You begin to hear chattering. It almost sounds like things getting knocked together. Then it sounds like chattering as you see every set of jawbones and teeth start to clack in the room.
Fuck that.
Okay.
I want to know what Burke and Georgia are doing before we get to you. You turn around and it grows shut, Georgia. Like the earth
Totally
moves. Yeah, you've only seen druids in your group that are powerful, or even maybe from other circles do something like that.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, cool. I think as she's being thrown out, she's going to cast Tanglevine as a cantrip.
To do what?
With Tanglevine, so that is going to like immobilize the target. I'm trying to basically keep the cave from closing with it.
Ooh! Oh, you know what? I will allow it if you make a good check.
Absolutely. It
I
says
need
I
a
have to
caster
attempt a
level
spell
check.
attack roll.
Yeah,
so
spell
let's
attack.
go.
Give me a good spell attack. Maybe I'll give you a moment of respite. Are you yelling afterwards to Burke?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can,
okay. So
can
that's a
I
+9.
get Maria to make me a perception check? Because you are in the middle of an area with snow and possible distance, I would say that this would travel, because you can hear people yell in a forest pretty well.
Yeah, no, I think I'm too focused.
Nope,
'cause I
don't
got
hear
a
it.
9.
Perfect. It doesn't sound like anything to you. You're fine.
Okay.
All right, what did you get, Georgia?
24.
It's
15 plus 9.
When you look back, you and your brother can see each other. There's a gap about this big.
Okay.
And you hear the chattering too.
Oh, fuck that noise. Okay.
But thank you for doing that. I need both of you to make will saves then. Burke, what are you doing?
She's crying out, and I
She's
see
yelling.
that the hole in the wall has closed down.
You can't see that. You'd have to go in. It's
can't
up
see
and around the
Oh.
corner. It's 30 something
I'm
foot
thinking the
back.
outside of the
No,
cave. I see.
it's just in that little 8-foot den area that they were sleeping.
Well, I will go to investigate because I'm
All right, you run
not
up the
liking how split up we are already.
Yeah, that far apart. You run up the log, you get to the entry, and immediately you can feel that there is something magical in the area. Someone who has dealt with magic, has been practiced on over the years. Something is wrong in the area. And you can hear the chattering, too, of hundreds of sets of teeth in this cave. You walked in after it. I will not make you make a will save.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to move in enough to see this hole in the wall, right? Now
Yeah,
I
sure.
can see it.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Absolutely. There's a gap. You can see him inside.
Okay. Is the gap? This is what she's kept open with the tangle.
Correct.
Right?
There's pine like growths that are kind of holding it apart, like branches from trees, and they're crushing and snapping right now.
Okay. So I will. I'm not sure what to expect, so I will summon armor around me to protect myself.
So that means
Just to
that
be
you ran
aware.
up, cast a spell. We're gonna go into kind of encounter rounds here, and I'm gonna start with Regdur. Regdur, what do you want to do? There's a gap, but man, it would be you're climbing through flint, and it may snap shut on you, but you could get out
How big is it? You said it was like
about like this. You'd be squeezing. It would be sideways, shoulder and chest through. You'd be squeezing. You may lose gear.
I mean, if it's still let me ask this. What did I read in Dwarven?
Nothing. Oh, I'm assuming she read it. Because she said she was crouched down and rolling it. I assume she read it. You want to read it as well? You can. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, we were moving the body to read the Dwarven, so...
Correct. But as soon as it was moved, whoever read it first set the trap off. Would you like to read it is what I'm asking you.
I'll see what it says now, because I'm assuming, because I threw her out...
In Dwarven, it says... This is an entrance to the forgotten ways of the Dwarven clan of Forgotten Peak.
Sorry, say that again?
The Forgotten Clan, or the Lost Clan of Forgotten Peak. It would be lore to know anything more about that, or you would need a library. And you would need to be an expert to make that roll, not trained.
So it says the Lost Clan of Forgotten Peak. This is an entrance to the...
Yes, entrance. And you know what you're doing?
That's just weapon die and damage.
Your sister's trying to give you a way out. And you don't see any other way out in this room.
I'll throw my rifle through and dive through the hole.
So first action, rifle goes through. Second action, backpack. Small gap. We can see your silhouette. That motherfucker's big. You're throwing that.
Rifle through, backpack through, and then I'll go through myself.
All right, you have one chance to get through. You are shimmying through.
Is this
unless Burke's like, hold on a minute. What do you do?
Well, I would like to help him.
How would you
have
like
an
to
action left? It's like maybe I would like to.
What would you like to do?
Assist.
Like grab and pull?
Grabbing onto him and pulling him through faster.
Okay, yeah. Give me a roll to system. Squeezing through a space that is under what? Athletics, right?
Oh, that might be athletics. Maybe I can't assist.
It's athletics.
Okay.
I will tell you right now, it's not easy. It's a very small space. On failure, I'm closing this bitch. Don't crit fail.
I'm gonna use a patch.
All right, first patch of the show, everybody. The chattering continues.
There we go. That's better. I rolled a 6 the first time.
That would have been.
This time I rolled
that'd be bad.
This time I rolled a 16 plus 5, so 21.
You cleanly get through as it snaps shut. The chattering dies out, and it stays shut.
I put my ear to the wall.
The chattering dies after a few moments.
Can I hear more stone moving? I'm wondering if this is like an airlock, like one side.
Give me a
closes and the other side
perception check. I see what you're asking me. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Regular, not passive.
25.
Yes, there is more movement.
Okay.
You hear the chattering stops, and that's that's all you hear. I don't know if you guys are going to stick around because Maria is on her own.
No. I want to. This is a comeback, figure it out later thing.
All right.
We need to give.
Yep.
As you start moving after, you do move faster than Maria. Eventually, you will be able to catch up to Maria. My question is, do you stop at the site where she marked? Or do you continue moving past it? I tell you the same thing she saw. I just need to know if you're going to climb up the plateau and look at it, or if you're going to continue on. Because I'm assuming Maria marked the path, not the shelter.
No, I've marked probably
Both like
so
the
that
path
if-
down?
Yeah.
So I want to know if the group is going to go up or you're going to go forward.
If I can see that she went up and then left,
Yes.
I'm just going to follow her trail.
Okay, so I need a check from you. And then Burke, if you would like to help, let's see if you can catch up to Maria in time. What could go wrong?
Stop saying that.
It's like, no.
Absolutely not.
I don't aid.
Okay, so just a regular roll for you, buddy.
By just a couple points.
I'm going to use my second patch.
All right, 2 patches down for you, sir.
There we go. We're moving fast, so it's -5.
It is?
So 21.
And-
I'm assuming Maria's not trying to cover her trail. She's
No.
just moving.
Yes.
So it won't be too hard, and it's fresh tracks.
Yeah, 21.
Totally fine. You lost 2 hours there. You're moving at half speed. That means it would be what? 4 hours before you catch up to her, correct? If she's still moving and you're moving, it'd be 4 hours.
Yes. Well, you said it took us 2 hours to get the log set
Uh-huh.
up. And then we're there.
But that means that she
15 more
only
minutes.
moved an hour. What you're getting too exact. She only moved an hour away
I'd
from
say
you
like
guys because
between
she's
2
at
to 4
half.
hours.
So I'd say about 4 hours to catch up to her. So
Sure.
down the path, this map that I have continues on. I am going to open it up for everyone to kind of see all of it. I'm just going to unmark it. Maria, if you could put yourself in the lower left, like where you would enter in. We are going to reveal all. This is a pretty deep area. The valley goes up on each side into high plateaus. On the north side, it's about a 40-foot rise. On the south side, by the end of this road, it's 100-foot up. It's a pretty big difference. 5-foot squares, and these are tiny squares. If you use your measurement tool, you can count the squares. I'd say if you were where you are right now, if you were to wait a little bit, hearing them coming after you because they're not being stealthy, you would know that the party is catching up to you.
Okay.
Maria, I need to know what your passive perception is at a +5. As you're kind of
Passive-
scouting the area.
Passive perception with a +5 gives me a 22.
22. So we'll use another one of our passive bonuses here. This area, the creature has moved left and right up into each plateau. Some tracks are old, some tracks are new. What did you get on your second survival roll?
My second survival, I actually got an 18.
An 18. So we're gonna use Anna's passive. An 18. We'll use a survival as well, putting it at 20.
Okay.
Which gives you a better chance of figuring this out. That second one is from Serving Hands. This creature seems to move about this area a lot, either hunting or looking or seeking something. You've found multiple footprints, but for the most part, it's on the lower north side that it seems to climb up, comes down, has come through this pass, but you also see other footfalls from people who have come through here. And one set is within the last 3 days. And it looks like there is a total of 3 sets of tracks besides the creatures. About that time, the whole group would kind of be merging up with you.
Okay.
Group, we're getting to a very different part of the adventure, considering the fact that you guys separated the parties and Maria was smart and didn't fuck with things too much. Maria, did you grab the box and bring it with you, or did you leave it there?
I did grab the box.
Okay. It's in
So they
Dwarven.
can read it. I can't read Dwarven. That's why I grabbed it, so I can
Right.
have the Dwarvens, because I don't know what happened. So I'm
Yep.
figuring the Dwarven siblings might want to read it.
Are we starting there, or are we starting with tracking? What would the party like to do? We're at kind of like a major point
Are we
where
back
this
together?
creature is. Yeah, you'd be meeting back up.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're
It's
back
about
together.
where you're meeting. I will put you guys on the map.
I think that like seeing Maria, Georgia would like increase speed and kind of run ahead. out
Sure.
of, like, relief.
Sure.
And just go like, huh, don't worry, we got them out. That was Celira, but okay.
Got them out. Yeah. Really not what Maria gives a flying fuck about, I don't think.
Like, I'm glad you caught up with me.
Are you okay?
As she's running ahead, Regdor is like got his rifle out because this is like we're in the valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this is Killbox, so he is
Yes.
like head on a swivel right now.
Fair.
Okay. Would you like to give me your passive perception? And I will give you a passive card as well for this.
Passive is 19 with a +5 be a 24.
24. I'm going to write that down. So you guys meet up. Regdor's doing a passive perception. Anybody else doing anything as you meet up? Are you presenting the box? What's kind of the scene here that we're setting before I set mine?
So, like, I want to look at the box, and I think, like, the box is, like, intriguing to Maria, but if it was on the bodies,
It was.
like, the creature didn't take it,
Right.
then she's gonna, like, sideline it as, like, a side project once we
Okay.
chase this thing down.
Okay.
So, not that she's, like, I mean, she is intentionally hiding it, but not to be like, oh, I'm gonna keep it for myself, just, like, we
No,
need
like,
to focus
like
on this thing first.
I mean, if wolves sidetrack, what the fuck do you think a dwarven box is going to do to these two? Yeah, I get you.
110%. So, as they come up, I kind of repeat most of what I saw. Like, I was following the tracks. It keeps shifting from, like, the creature to, like, trying to walk on 2 legs instead of 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually went into the blind. I did. It was 3 bodies. It was 1 human and 2 dwarven.
Yep, correct.
1
dwarven.
human, 2 dwarven. One of them, the heads were hung off the top
Yep.
of the blind, and the human head kept repeating in Cadraic that it's not my fault the ship crashed, the god's breath should be safe, or something like that. Their bodies were stripped of anything salvageable, it looks like. So if this cryptid we're following is what we think it is, I think maybe it's stashing clothes if it completes its ritual or whatever it's trying to do. But then after that, I basically wrapped up my search as quick as I could, came back out and followed it here. And I'm sure Redger's already noticed, but it looks like it stays here pretty often. There are 3 other sets of footprints. I don't know if those tracks were from the 3 people I found in the blind.
No, they look like they're going the direction you're heading.
Okay. Then I say they're going the way that we're going.
Out of curiosity, those bodies, were any missing jaws or teeth?
I mean, I didn't look that close.
I would
I?
say the one that was talking had its jaw. They still had skin on them. The other 2, they were missing their jaws.
Okay, so then I tell you that, like,
The
one
dwarves
that
were.
the dwarves were missing their jaws. The human was not, and it had enough of its jaw and its teeth left to. I know it's dead, so it doesn't need necessarily, a tongue and all that, but its jaw was solid enough for me to hear it.
No, the human had is. The human that was
No,
talking.
I'm saying, I'm saying the human had the jaw, the dwarves didn't.
No, yeah, correct.
So the wolves weren't the only thing in that cave mouth. We went back a little further, and there may have been a little shrine to Morgashir.
You can make an occult roll if you want, Thaumaturge.
Okay.
It's hearsay, but you can make one. I have a second version of this where each keeper has a DC, so.
Okay.
All keepers. So for those who don't know, E6, what we're working on making right now, we're going to do 7. 7th level is where you cap, and you get feats afterwards. Keepers, in general, are that 10 to 12 range, which is far beyond a character.
I will do occult. I won't do esoteric lore for now.
Okay. This music is so fucking good.
I got a 21 occult.
Really is.
A 21.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, Kelly, do you want to make your save first, or do you want the knowledge first?
I want the knowledge first.
Okay. You are trained in esoteric lore and in the occult. It's kind of like your specialty. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Morgashir is a god that originally was worshipped by creatures found in the veins of Ingrad, and also to the north on a continent that the name kind of alludes. But the reason that Morgashir came into existence is when the tides happened, people ran out of food. And the Keeper came into existence when people realized that they could eat people who had been hit with the plague, with the bleak, but they would take on that as well. But if they worshipped Morgashir, the keeper kept that bleakness just far enough away from them fully turning. But you must continue to eat creatures or your own to keep yourself alive. So Morgashir is very cannibalistic, and not in any form or fashion a lawful keeper.
Right.
Definitely on the side of chaos and mutilation, actually. But they do take care of their own. They are a very protective keeper. What I do need you to do, though, is make me a will save. This is not damaging. It's not harmful. This is the first time in the show that we've had a keeper brought up, which means there's a chance that a keeper notices. Because we are not in the regular area of the world anymore.
Okay, so I got a total of 10. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't know if anybody else remembered, but last session we got an extra hero point for making it crypt canon that the cryptid looked like Johan. So I'm gonna use that hero point.
All right, good
reroll.
call. I have it written down. I just wasn't going to tell you. That's your fucking deal.
Yeah, 110%. Okay, so that is only a 16, but it's better than a 10.
Well,
hopefully.
we don't really have any cards short of a crit. If you want to make your hit a crit for your save, I would be happy to let you use a purple card to do that.
No, I want to see what happens.
What did you say you got a total of?
I got a total of 16 with the reroll.
Are your eyes
You know
still
what?
black?
No, that's because it only lasts for 10 minutes.
While you were telling her about you guys are having your discussion, you talk about Morgashir, you watch as 2 of her teeth fall out of her mouth as she is speaking to you.
Can't be good.
Wait, whose?
Maria's.
My teeth just, and I'm like,
This is blood. And it quickly, like, the blood just keeps kind of pouring, but it does quickly clot. And it is your 2 incisors.
Wait.
are they gonna grow back at all?
They're missing.
Are my teeth like gone, or like can I find them?
They're in the snow. You can find them. They're cold. They're in the snow.
Yeah,
But everybody sees it,
yeah.
which I would like to start horror now.
Georgia's gonna take a step back.
Okay, good call.
Maria?
Maria. All right.
1 point of damage. It's not crazy,
Yeah.
but you do take 1 point of damage.
Morgashir was called into being when people started eating their own. They consume bleaked flesh, and Morgashir keeps the bleak at bay.
His followers.
That's
Do you know
lovely.
if they were they dwarven and
It just came into existence when people.
It's in the
Nice.
in the veins of Ingrad, so yeah, underground. Most people were
Yeah.
underground.
Veins of
Have you-
Ingrad.
how close did you get to those corpses?
I crawled in there to make sure that the creature wasn't in there. Georgia, I remembered what we were originally going after.
I'm hurt.
Fuck you and your wolves.
And then I kind of spit out some blood, and I look at my teeth, and I put them in the vial where I had my dark vision elixir and put it back, see if we can salvage them.
I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna do medicine to help and see if we can.
Yeah, I mean, now would be the time to try and put them back in,
Soak them in milk.
right?
All right.
I mean, they
Goat
are
milk.
cold.
The goat backs up when you say milk. No, I'm not doing that.
Why are you
can
asking about the dwarves missing their jaws and their teeth?
Just with your
So-
teeth falling out and everything that we found recently.
You asked about that
making-
before my teeth fell out.
Yeah. So, Georgia, with that said, so What we found at the back of the cave, apparently, is an entrance into the lost cave. It's an entrance to the lost clan of Forgotten Peak, which I know nothing about, but there were jaws and teeth all around, and there was a lump of flesh with a bunch of teeth in it, like in the center. But that's what that dwarf, it was carved in Dwarven in the stone.
Well,
And it looked like the lad that was laying there had carved it.
This might be relevant to our search then. I wasn't going to mention it because I wanted to find the thing that killed Johann first, and now I pull out the Dwarven box.
When you pull out the dwarven box, the goat backs up and starts looking around, like in advance to the sound that is made. You hear the scream of people on the north side of the valley that you're in. And you hear someone running, and then down the path, you see someone jump off of the 60-foot ledge and fall into the middle of the valley. Goat looks at it, looks at the party, mostly like it heard it before you all did.
Mm-hmm.
What would the party like to do?
Does this thing? Do the runes on this box mention Morgashir at all, or no?
Hang on, Georgia, don't read that yet. Let's take the box away from the group, sit it down, and then you can try and read it.
So I panned out pretty far so the audience and yourselves can see it. You are all down here, and where the body fell is in the middle of the ravine. It's basically the valley between the 100-foot tall and the 60-foot tall.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's bait, right? That's someone wants us to go over there.
Aye, exactly.
What does the party want to do? And I'm assuming, like, Maria, you did tell them it's in this area. It has been around this area.
Yes.
Georgia,
We are not in combat either. I'm just giving you a heads up. We're still in exploration.
I'm gonna turn around and face behind.
Okay, so you turn around.
Because
the goat is looking at you. You're looking at the goat.
I'm gonna look up around.
I feel like I may have already done this, but just to concretely say it, I will go ahead and hand my brother a small talisman.
Okay.
Which is a cluster of leaves.
You would have had to affix it. It takes time, so you would have done that earlier.
I would have done that earlier. You're right. It takes 10 minutes. Yes.
Unless
So
you're a
that
talisman
is-
dabbler, then you can do more if you're a talisman dabbler. I don't know if you have
I
that.
do.
I think it's 3 and 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's 4 and 10.
4 and 10. Wow, fuck. Who all... Okay, flashback. Flashback for Allie. Who all did you affix talismans to when you guys started this adventure?
I have one for each of them. So,
Okay. What is it?
So the first one, like I said, that's the ring of dried interwoven leaves. That one is the Hunter's Bane. So, and I already sent Drew what that did. That one is, it will be triggered if an undetected enemy hits him with an attack.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. And so if that happens, he will sense the exact location of the attacker, making it hidden instead of undetected.
Oh, that sounds like some bullshit. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one would be for Maria. It's the Crying Angel pendant.
Okay.
Maria, confirming you are trained in medicine, correct?
Are you, Maria?
No, because I was making this the anti-Nora.
Oh, hell.
Nora.
Is somebody else trained in it?
I can hold on to that one for
Affix it to yourself.
the time being. Sure. And
Okay.
where is
Is
number
it a
3?
glass
Here
of
we go.
milk with a pair of forceps to put teeth back in?
I mean, if I'm able to change
Wow, that's
that
how that
one,
works.
that's fine too. I can make Maria the same one that I made for Burke, which is the
Okay.
owlbear claw.
Okay, and what's that do?
So that one will be triggered if you critically succeed an attack roll with the affixed weapon. And with that, the trigger. Mm-hmm.
What was that, Todd?
Sounds good.
Okay, Alan, what is the other one?
Yes. Sorry. This one is. Give me a second. I think I misread this one. I'm going to be real. But yeah, so this one, when you activate the claw, the triggering attack gains the weapon's critical specialization effect.
Ooh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's actually really nice. Everyone needs that on their fucking weapon. That needs to be on every pommel of every goddamn weapon in this party. So who are you giving that to?
I was going to give that one to Burke. If it's okay, I feel like I would have known if Maria was trained or not.
That's fine. Totally fine.
So
Totally fine.
I would give them each the owlbear claw. Yeah.
All right, cool. So you each have an owlbear claw. With that said, the body starts to crawl towards the party. It doesn't seem like it's speaking at this distance, but it is like slowly dragging itself towards you all. What do you want to do?
hate
Grit?
Well, they're still alive, whoever it is,
Maybe.
What are they?
which feels like a tactic. I've seen this before.
If they say it's crawling towards us, I'm gonna turn back around.
All right.
Well,
The goat walks up next to you.
pat
Wait.
it on its head.
Yeah, you mean under its chin. You're fucking short, homie. Ooh. What does the group want to do?
Georgia, what does that box say?
I will take a few steps away from the group and read the box.
Do you have detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay, would you put it up, or are you just reading the box? You can do either or. Nothing's right or
I mean-
wrong. I'm just asking if you're using a spell.
I do think that, like, after the bullshit that just went down, I would probably use all necessary precautions.
Okay. You put up,
So yeah, I'll put
So-
up detect magic.
you put up detect magic. The first thing you see is the art of this creature that fell. There is a faint glow that is fading. It's like a crimson red.
Okay.
And then the box, the runes on it are also a bright red. You know this to be some form of primal magic.
Okay.
Can I get a nature roll for you?
Absolutely. That is a 19 plus 9 for 28.
It is known as a rune of vengeance.
Okay.
If anyone is to open the box by force or without the proper words, it harms the person who opens it and gives that blood to something in the box. Usually these runes are made so that if you get harmed, it would give it back to the caster to heal them. Like vampiric style.
Yeah.
And I'm only using that word as a description, not that it's vampiric, just so you understand it heals from the blood.
Is that with a capital H and italicized?
No.
Okay.
No, not the spell. It doesn't like boop,
Okay.
and slant. You're like, oh fuck, it's the harm spell. No, that's
I
not
memorized explosive runes today.
the case. Right.
Certain
So,
hands
party.
This card.
Are you sharing this information?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
All right. You guys have this knowledge. We're still not in combat rounds, so.
Right, great. Bag that. Don't open it. Perfect.
More evil, more unknown factors, artifacts. Great. We just got rid of the book.
It's true.
Now we got a box.
That turned out really well for the twins.
Aprith?
What kind of monster parts are on the back of the goat right now?
The ones that are in there, they're just monster parts. They're undesignated.
Just generic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we going to do about that thing that fell and is now crawling towards us?
And we'll move it again.
That's the next He's gonna walk a little ways forward so we can get a closer look at it.
How far? How far? You can do measuring with the measuring tool. Right now, you are pretty decent distance from it, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm 19 away currently. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to 9. I'm gonna keep 10 between us.
All right, move yourself to where you want to be. We're not in combat, so you move to there. You can see it crawling. It's moving its way through. It is clothed on its lower half, the top. The back of whatever it's wearing, like its cloak and its robe, are torn away, and the shirt's kind of split. He's bleeding, or I should say they are bleeding from their back. You can't see their face because they're head down, just trying to make it towards you, but they are making noise. You can hear a gurgling sound, though.
Oh no.
So you're saying like the clothes are split, like something like erupted out of its spine or something like that? It's like shit we've seen before.
Kind of hard to see from there. I won't answer that with a yes or no.
Well,
I
while this
take out a
happens, I'm
torch.
going to secure my
You moving up too?
buckler to my arm.
Okay, you
Yeah,
slap your buckler on and move up. Okay.
Yep.
Whether or not it's bait, we should at least see if it's someone who needs help.
Now,
If there's
Nora.
some sort of ambush situation.
Nora.
Nora. Sorry. God damn it. Maria.
That's okay.
Get me with an A again.
Not
Maria.
Somebody
what-
clip
your
that,
first,
please.
What was your first? I already did it. What was your first survival check?
It was an 18 with the card.
Okay. And then what was your second survival check? 20 with the card?
With the card.
Okay. And then what's your third?
Actually, I rolled really well. I got 23.
Okay. With this said, that means in the tracking area of this, I need to know what Regder's roll was to find Maria. Pretty low, so you have a chance to crit on this.
Regder's roll to find me.
Survival. Just easier roll than normal, because you're tracking a fresh track. I know, I'm asking you to roll. It matters because I'm marking our tracking chart for our victory point conditions on how much you have done. And Burke, you're welcome to assist him in this if you want. That's up to you, or Georgia can, whoever's better at survival.
I'll give it a shot.
all right.
I want to
Yeah,
feel
Burke, if you
useful.
want to assist.
I give you a yes. I make a 16, so that's +1.
+1. So we were going at speed, right?
Yes.
So we're trying to catch up with her. So that would be a
correct.
-5. So a 19.
So that
Was
puts
my
us,
tracking.
that puts us in the. Let me see if we have survival, because if we do, we can get you a crit. We do. We're going to use the ETH survival from Allie. That will get you a crit. That will put us into it. Up on the cliff, you see a person standing looking down. They're wearing a robe with a cloak, pulled up over him, wolf fur around it. As it turns, it goes down onto all fours and walks out of view. With the successes that you have, you are currently, you have spotted the cryptid. You are within the same area as the cryptid, but you do not start within an easy combat range. You know it's on the north side of this plateaued valley, but you are not within range of the creature.
You're saying north, so it's to our left.
Yep, north. So I will do this, and I will.
Can you ping where I
take
saw
the-
it?
Oh,
Eric?
I'm already doing it.
Working on it.
I had been thinking.
So
He is here from where I got thrown down, and then it walks away, out of sight. So here's where it is in the north. For those who are not been here for the show, and this is new to you, let me, and just so my players remember, this is what this ugly motherfucker looks like.
Oh, I remember what it looks
Do we
like.
have to look at it again?
Let me get a full vertical. It looks like this. It is human with a long tongue and goat. Its eyes close sideways, not vertically like a normal human. The skeleton's dancing on it. Don't make it any better, whoever's playing that card. Which is fucking hilarious. So, party, what would you like to do? I'll just go top down. Maria, what are you doing?
I've
In
already
our
lost.
call.
Yeah,
Heal.
I've already lost some teeth to this. So
You did. You
I'm
lost
gonna-
both your top incisors, correct?
I mean, I've still got them. I'm gonna give chase to the cryptid. That's
They're
what
not
I'm
in
here
your
for.
fucking head, so you lost them. All right, so you're giving chase to the cryptid. How would you like to do it? 60 foot up this plateau. Are you climbing?
I'm gonna have to.
Okay. It's half movement up these things unless you have a different way to do it, because it is climb, or you have something to bypass climb penalties. I would need a roll from you to do this because it's snowy out. There's ice in areas. It is overgrown.
Snowshoes help.
Not for climbing. Actually, it's worse, to be honest with you.
Eric, I do have a second climbing kit.
That does. I mean, we're
If
in
you wanna
combat
go
rounds
ahead and-
now.
Okay.
No,
Got it.
I'm just gonna give chase. I'm gonna climb.
Cool.
Okay.
You need assistance? Or should we handle this down here? She seems to really run off a lot.
She does. You ever seen? If you watch Castlevania, that's
You
what that
watch
motherfucker does.
Eric, I heard the ping, but I did not see it on the map.
North.
Hear it again.
Right near the
Nice.
gap.
Wow.
Right near the gap.
it's-
Zoom
it's
out,
right
motherfucker.
here.
Got it.
Way
Got
up. Big.
Ah.
I got a.
And then he disappears. So I'm going to move him off the map and hide it so you can't see it.
Okay, I got 22.
22. So you start climbing up. Again, it's 60 foot up. It's half movement, so do the math.
Okay.
While you're moving and climbing, as the camera sees you getting your way up, using your whip to kind of wrap around things and climb up, I'm gonna move to Georgia. Georgia, you're holding the box in your hand. What do you want to do?
Georgia is shoving that box into the closest, thickest bag she can find and going to deal with
On you
it
or the
later.
goat?
Oh, I don't want to put it on my goat.
What is your goat's name?
Metty.
Nettie?
Sorry, Methy. Methy. Yeah, short for Baphomet, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Methy.
MEPHEY.
I-E.
I-E.
But yes.
Met. Are you putting it on
Met.
Nettie or are you putting it on yourself?
I'm going to keep it on my person. I'm not going to.
Y'all missed it, but that was my coffee mug. Just so you know. You're welcome.
Okay.
So who are you putting it on?
Myself. Yeah. I'll keep it on my
All right.
backpack.
It is big. It's a pretty big thing. It does take up one bulk. It is large and
One bulk?
heavy.
Okay.
What are you doing? You stuff it in your pocket. And what are you doing?
One bulk. I'm going to go after Maria too. Yeah.
All right. Give me your climb,
Cool.
and you can move up to
Athletics
where she
or
is as well.
acro?
Athletics. Climbing is athletics.
17.
Okay. Move yourself where she is. Same speed. I'm assuming you guys have.
I go 25.
Ooh, she.
20 for me.
Okay. Thank you for the name, Kelly. I just saw you put that in our chat.
Oh, okay.
That's a great last name. All right, so you climb up. And there are stair steps, and the snow is there. Pines kind of line the area. Once you get to that first pine tree, it's all rough terrain up there. Is that all three actions for both of you?
Mine is, yeah.
It would be for her as well. I'll just say you stuck it in your pocket. That's fine.
Yeah.
Regder, buddy, pal, you have a rifle. It got out of sight before you got a chance to get a bead on it. You know which direction it did. The thing is crawling closer to you than probably anyone else because everyone else ran off. What are you doing? It's you, Burke, and the goat.
I am lighting the torch that I pulled out.
So action,
First action.
light it.
What is my movement?
Okay. So you got two actions left, I'll say.
I'm gonna move here. My second action.
Okay. Let me just move this in. Me and you and me.
And I'm gonna make a perception check again as it's getting closer to see if I can pick out anything else about it.
If you're willing to make a perception check, sure, give me a roll. If you want to use an action, I'm totally fine with that.
It's
Let's see what the
dirty
distance
20.
is. So that is 27 feet. When he crawls, you do catch its head dragging. It is missing its lower jaw. It's gurgling because the tongue is still attached, but it's dragging us down along its neck. Its eyes are intact, but the whole top row of its teeth have been pulled out. It is human.
What's going on? Like you said, the back of it was bloody, like down the middle, like its clothes are split.
Yeah, so it looks like it was clawed, and whatever it is just split its clothes and its back open.
Oh, so not
Not what you thought. That's why I said I'm not
Not a
responding. Yes.
Got it.
Correct. Injured. Now, if you were willing to run up this person, I would even let you spend some emotional heal cards to keep this guy stable.
I'm out of actions.
Oh,
So
that takes us to the next person. Burke.
But
Nope. Already cut you off. Yeah, I'm on Burke now, but yes, that's fine, Drew. What do you want to do, Burke?
It should have been me following Maria and Georgia down here for triage.
I'm not.
I'm a
Group's learning.
kinda
You're
break
young,
it
man.
kind of guy.
Yeah.
I guess I'll defer to Regdar. I said they look like they're just hurt. Do we have anything to help them? Because I'm worried.
that's closer. I agree. I don't have anything.
Hey, and of course I speak in Kedraic because I don't know.
It's true. Who are you saying this to?
The whoever's laying there.
Oh, the guy who
Calling,
sounds like this?
Wave
That
your hand
guy?
if you're not dead. Is this a trap? No, I'll
It looks at you and you see the same thing. His tongue's hanging out. He's missing. He's just fucking covered in blood and snow.
I just don't. Regdar, I feel helpless here. I don't know what to do with this person. They're clearly in pain.
Now, we're currently at
Can't-
horror 1, by the way, which means 1s and 2s are failures.
What's the protocol? What do we do?
Honestly, I don't know if there's anything I can do except put him out of his misery.
That's the conversation then, and I'm going to take us back to the full party. And Burlesque Burke, you have something you want to do, let me know. If you want to cast spells or do anything, I'm going to take us back to everybody. What does the party want to do as we get ready to go through the cycle? I'm not even going to make us roll initiative yet. Burke, do you have anything else you want to do with your actions? Did you have any left before I cut us to everybody and go back through the cycle? Anything, Burke?
I would say, Georgia, maybe you should be down here. This person needs attention.
Are you yelling that? I mean, enough to where they can hear you? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. With that said, I will start with Georgia, and I'll pass it to them because we're not in initiative. I am in an action economy. Georgia, he says, maybe you should be down here. What are you doing?
Georgia will freeze while climbing and look down. Previously, she had thought that whatever had fallen over there was additionally like a threat.
Yeah, fair.
So that's why she was kind of like taking chase and also getting higher ground. So I think hearing that and realizing that that was an innocent, she will start to hop back down.
All right. Please make your moves.
Yeah. So
I
would
also need
just
an
go-
athletics check.
Yep.
A little easier going down than up because they are stair stepped. So
Okay. That is
Half.
an 8, so 13.
13, that's enough. You need a 12.
Okay.
So as you
Two.
climb down, do you have any actions left after you get to there? And the only reason I'm counting actions is because I'm rolling for this guy, right?
Yes. So looking at that, I didn't get too high up over here.
I mean, you moved.
Uh,
You move 5
So-
squares. That's 1 action. So 2 actions to get to
Yeah.
where you are right now because you're going down. Because half move.
Cool.
You have an action left.
I don't like the fact that this thing also gave off that
Oh, let me move
same
out of the way.
aura,
Here we go.
though.
Let me just slide him. He's about 10 foot from you.
Okay.
You see all the same
so-
things I described to them.
Yeah, I'm going to draw my bow.
Okay. Okay, you draw your bow. You still have an action because you do that as part of your action.
Yeah.
All right, what do you
I'm
wanna do?
drawing my bow, and I'm going to approach closer to it.
How close to it? You can walk all the way up to it
I
to
not.
get ready to heal it? Like, is that your plan? To, like, tend to him?
I want to be able to tend to him like next turn, but I'm also very wary of this thing.
How far do you want to be? This is up to you. I can't tell you
I
what to do here.
I'd be about 10 feet away.
All right, 10 foot away. So where you are right now. Okay. Same thing I described is what you see. As he's crawling through the snow. hand over fist, trying to get as close as he can. I'll take it back to Maria in the chase. Maria, you're out of
I would like to
actions.
join.
Can I do a quick free action to speak
Oh, sure.
it?
Yeah, what do you want to say?
I just want to call out to it and just say, "Stop moving! You're moving! Stop moving! You're losing more blood."
You're not going to be able to make a roll, but I'm fine that you said that. With its hand in front of it crawling, you hear as it vomits up more blood.
Oh, God. Okay.
Cool, Maria. And Burke, you said something too. What were you going to say, Burke?
I was gonna, because I called her down.
Sure.
I would take off after Maria to help her.
All right, so make your moves. Get up to. I don't know how close to Maria you're going to get. Maria, make your moves as well. We'll see where you two are positioned here. I'm also going to put some other stuff on the map here. And while you guys are making those moves, the snow, while it's crunching, you're wearing your snowshoes, climbing, which is difficult. I have raised the DCs because I'm assuming you're all wearing your snowshoes to make travel possible. I am raising the DCs by a little bit because of that. To the north of this, Maria, as you're climbing up, you can see a really large tent up on the cliff as you are moving forward.
Okay. I got an 18 on my athletics.
Totally fine. Move as far as you would like to move with however many actions.
So,
Same with
I'll
Burke.
use First.
Let me know what your athletics check is to climb, unless you have some special spell.
I'll use 2
Okay.
actions to move. So
24.
1, 2, 3,
You're good.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And where's this tent?
You can see it up to the north. I actually put it on the map.
Okay.
I'm going to zoom out for the audience to see all of this.
Then I'll do.
I'm going to take us to a wide cam.
All right. I'm here.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying.
Is that all your actions?
I mean, yeah, because I'm still moving half speed.
Burke,
right?
is that all your actions?
Yeah, I had to climb, so there's only a couple.
Okay.
Of stairs.
Regdur, you're down there with your sister. She's stepped up close. What would you like to do?
He's going to take aim on the guy
Mm-hmm.
crawling,
Okay.
just so that he's close, and he's going to move to here
Okay.
for his first action.
Okay. Anything else?
And I can't remember. Can you hold actions in PF2?
You can. What Todd just said. 2 actions
So I
for
have 2
what?
actions left. I'm gonna hold an attack action
Okay.
for either for the next sign of distress. So like if Maria calls something out and I need
Fair.
to move and fire,
Okay.
or to fire at
Okay. Then I will give it
Yeah.
to you right now. The man
Okay.
crawls forward and opens his hand in front of Georgia. And it explodes. As all the teeth in his hand explode into shrapnel, taking him out and possibly Georgia. What would you like to do? It doesn't look like he's menacing. He's just like, and like opens his hand, like with his teeth in his hand.
So I want to try. It's gonna sound dumb, but I want to try it anyway.
It is
Since I was
technically-
holding an attack action, can I make a thievery check and try and shoot the wrist at an angle to change how it opens?
No,
To
you're not a
to
gunslinger.
basically
Absolutely
put the
not.
palm.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Shoot the wick off of a.
Yeah, that's a gunslinger's
No.
job, my friend.
No, I wanted to turn his hand as he opened it, so the palm.
So
was
it
facing
shoots it
away
and
from
blows
Joe.
that way, but it's more like a detonation in a circle, not like a claymore.
Oh,
It's
okay,
taking
gotcha.
him out as well,
Wait,
but also you're not a gunslinger. So
okay.
that is things that gunslingers can kind of do. So I'm not going to take that away from that class.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Then I'm just gonna try and shoot it in the head
I will say,
it
if you
has a chance.
as you see it opening the teeth, you can. If you kill this guy in a shot, I might allow that.
Okay, you can try
do
that.
it.
You can do it.
We'll see. Self bomber. I knew it. Thanks, Star Trek. We got some good cards got played tonight too, by the way, everybody.
12 hit it.
Let's use them.
A 12? I mean, the answer's no.
Okay.
Would
Well, I
you
rolled like shit.
like?
Oh, wait a second. No, I'm gonna use the hero point that we got for last
It was
episode.
one for the party.
I thought we each got one.
Favorite patch.
Well,
One
shit.
for the party. No, he used two. But hey, I am willing. There is a way for you to get one. You can do superstition.
No.
I mean, this is
Cat,
a
didn't you
perfect
pass the one you
spot
gave me?
to do a superstition.
You're not
And
wrong.
cast cannot
Um,
give patches to each other. I am fucking putting my foot down.
No, not cast. I said
I know,
cast.
but I'm saying that. So Callie can't be like, here you go, Drew, in chat. We're not allowing that. Patches are for you and yourself and I. For those who don't know, there are patches in the game. Those patches allow you to give a hero point. I see Alan in chat. Actually, Alan might be sitting on a chat on a patch because he's ex-cast. He might have a patch.
Holy fuck, Alan. I'm taking Alan's. He doesn't get an option.
Nope, it's his choice. He may not want to give it to you. He may think that only Kelly deserves it. I cannot take that away from him.
I got his ass out of jail for killing
Nah,
people
it doesn't
with a
matter.
down ship.
Nah, it doesn't matter. For those who don't know, he played Oliver back in the Disney.
Real life doesn't play into this, Drew.
That's true. Yeah, this is fictional. You
I
can't-
do think that the patches came
Fictional
out right
characters.
after I joined the cast, though, so he may not have one.
They still exist.
Yeah, I'll do a superstition. I'm just not sure what to.
Boy, you should think about it. I'll tell you what. I will pan from you then while you are trying to figure out your superstition. Does that sound fair to you?
See here.
Is everyone
Yeah, that's
gone? Are
fine.
we into
I'm
round
gonna figure
3?
what's
Is there anyone left besides Regtor?
He's trying to figure out how he can try and hit this dude.
I think everybody went. I think Regtor's the last person actually for this round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Regtor,
I think I am too.
get your shit together. Hi guys. Hey, notice he didn't say anything about patch. Well, good sir. I mean, we do. You didn't
Which
hit.
way is the wind blowing right now?
Right up here.
I'm in a room. Nothing.
In the canyon, jackass.
Hold on. I have a generator for that actually. To the northeast.
So going to the northeast?
Yep.
So it's behind us.
Correct. I don't know what magic you're trying to do here, motherfucker, but bullets don't work that way.
No.
Oh, your superstition. Oh, you're trying to go up with a superstition.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Which, if not, it's fine. We can just fail this roll. It's fine. George just got to make her save. I don't think you have a superstition. This is taking too long. Make your reflex save,
when
George.
you are
Nope.
upwind,
Past it. Nope. We're done. Make your reflex save. It took too long. I can't do it that way. Otherwise, we'd be pop, like just pausing for people to make hero points. Not how this works.
I'm gonna actually cash in on a patch for the reflex save.
You can do that. There are also some things that give you bonuses to saves if you would like.
Ooh, okie dokes.
Yeah.
I feel like I still want more than a 2 though. So
Okay. Well, there
Well, that
is.
a 13.
So there are cards. They're green. They give you a +1 to your save, but it is called at a cost. Oh, sorry, +2 to your save. If you make it, kudos. If you fail, you are slow. That means you lose an action next round.
Okay.
But it is a +2 to your roll. And in a game
gonna
of
start-
+2s, that is big.
Yeah.
So you have to take it
I'm
now.
gonna start with my patch.
Okay? But you still have to take it now if you want to add it onto here.
No, I'm gonna trust in the patch. Fuck, no, I'm gonna take it.
Serving hands,
Yeah.
+2, let's go. Thank you, serving hands.
Oh, hell yeah. So let me think. That is a 29 + 2 for a 31.
A 31. How the fuck did you get a 31 in this game? You were level 3.
18 + 11 for reflex. I'm an expert. Plus the 2.
18.
On the
On
dice.
the
11.
18.
11.
Yeah.
You're level 3.
Oh shit! No.
Do
That's
math.
my will. That's my will. That is my will. I'm an expert in will. Okay, -4, 27.
That's still high. That's still insanely high for a third level character. But anyway, maybe I need to rethink this and make it E3. So you definitely don't get hit. You see it open between your brother and you looking at each other. You dive out of the way. It means you take half damage. Now we are using a new rule in the game because we are changing how healing works. Everyone has a pool of hit points. Half are stamina, half are health. Stamina replenishes just by resting. Health has to be magically healed or tended to. I did 14 points of damage, which means you take 7 from the shrapnel of teeth flying out and hitting you.
Okay.
We go to the beginning of the round. I'm going to start with Maria because she's giving chase and that makes the most sense. Maria and Burke, I'll kind of put you in tandem. What do you two want to do?
So the tent is like here-ish.
It's right here. You can see it.
I don't see anything on my map. Let me refresh.
Yeah, it's just north
there
of
it
you, 4 squares up on a ledge. It's a big round tent, like
Oh,
one
I
of the
see it.
vertical cylinders, and the top, comes down off of it.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'm gonna try and get to this ledge here.
Okay.
So let me roll.
How many
my
actions you got left
athletics.
after doing so? I guess that's probably the only thing I personally care about.
Real quick, my athletics to get up was a 24.
You're totally fine.
Okay.
Half move
Uh,
still, because you are climbing,
yep.
unless you have something special.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you can see, are you looking, and the front of the tent is obviously on the north side,
Okay.
because you would just climb out and fall otherwise.
Right.
When you get to the side of the tent there are 2 people tied to like a makeshift rack. One's tied up, head down. The other one tied up with his head up. But they have like a wrap around their face, so they can't, like a gag, so they can't talk easy. This one does seem to have their jaw intact.
Okay.
They're yelling as you are moving forward.
I just do like this and I ignore him.
Okay, ignore them. All right, where are you going?
Because, like, the reason I'm ignoring, well, okay. They don't have any gear on them, right? They're just tied up?
Yeah, they're wearing like shirt, pants, no shoes, frostbitten toes.
Oh, they're going to be 0% helpful in combat. I'm leaving
I
them
mean, they
tied
could
up.
probably move, but like
Well, yeah, but I
maybe
don't
in
want
combat, but they might know stuff.
I don't want them to talk if this
Then leave
creature's
them
in the
gagged.
tent.
Hey, look, Maria, I'm with you. I get it.
Right.
I play a lot of evil characters. Um,
I'm focused.
yeah, right. Yeah, same thing. Oh wait, there's no alignment in PF2 core.
Right. So then...
Eric's like, I'm not evil. I just play one on stream.
Lawful smart. That's what I'll say.
I'm gonna take my
Lawful
last...
smart.
I'm gonna take my last action to raise my shield in case it heard me.
Okay. All right. Done. Burke, you are following after. Burke, what are you doing? You got some abilities and to cast spells. You and Georgia are the only ones who can. What are you doing?
I purposely, because this is a horror game and not a superhero
Sure
game,
is.
purposely did not take the power that allowed me to just coast along across the top of the snow on a blast of fire.
Yet.
So I am trudging through this.
Yet.
So 1 action, 2 action, 3 action. I get over here and I'm done.
You can see them as well.
Okay, good.
Are you yelling out?
No,
All right. Not yelling out at all. Okay.
I've done enough yelling.
Well, that takes us to the duo down below, which I'll be honest. Look, everybody, we've been through a lot in this game. We're nearing the end of tonight, so I feel like having the twins together right now is a great idea to close our show out for the evening. So I'm gonna take us over to our duo. If Regdur shows up on screen, Bats! There he is.
On air. There we go.
As you show up, this man is exploded. He's missing all of his face now. His arm has gone to his shoulder, but he is still crawling forward.
Ugh.
Have it be out of muscle memory. Have it be because they're still alive and the blast didn't kill them. They are crawling forward still. We are at horror 3, which means 1, 2, and 3 are considered ones in the game.
Great. I'm gonna
What
shoot
would
him in the
2
face.
do? All right. What's left? So 1 action, shoot, roll.
Dirty 20.
Okay, that hits. Give me your damage.
Okay. 5 points.
You core a hole. Guy's dead. Head explodes. No more explosions. You have 2 actions left. George, you have 3. What would you 2 like to do? In the distance, you can hear him, and you can hear the other 2 climbing.
I am going to, Georgia is going to crouch down and kind of line up about 5 to 10 feet away.
Okay.
And she's going to angle her fingers and do a little snapping motion.
Before
and
you
just
snap,
like before. Oh shit.
from behind you, you hear another scream. And a person launches himself off the 100-foot tall cliff down at this person here. I need a reflex save from, I believe that is Regder.
Yes.
And I pause because I don't want you to waste your power in case it's needed. Regder, as his body comes flying out of the air, dwarven. Lower jaw missing, slow motion. You can see it coming down. 2 actions left, 3 for Georgia. Falling down. I'm just vomiting blood up.
He's coming down towards the tent.
100 foot down from the opposite side, from the south.
Me. Okay. So you wanted a reflex save, yeah?
Yeah, reflex save for you as it lands. Because he's
Okay.
jumping
Wait.
towards you. He's not even going to hit you, but I'm still making you make a reflex save.
I
Yeah,
cast
24.
Gentle Landing. Bam.
God damn. Is that a save? Can you cast it on a non-willing target?
Nope, it just happens.
Nah, I don't believe that shit. Look it up. You're wrong.
You raise a magical updraft to arrest a fall. The target slows to 60 feet. Yeah, target 1 falling creature.
There's no save.
No. It
no
is gentle
way.
landing.
There is no save.
No save.
There's nothing in targeting. What's a target
It's
save? Does
a
it say
reaction.
friendly?
It's a reaction. It does not. 1 falling creature.
No target?
Target
Wow.
1 falling creature.
Wow. Thank you for finding a Frankhouse loop with a spell. Well, Regder, you don't need to make a save. It poosh, and it falls. Boom.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to take that 14 and shoot it in the head instead.
You son
So
of
that's
a
a
bitch.
22.
You're shooting in the dwarf in the head?
The one that was falling on me that's
Yeah.
probably about to explode into teeth. Yeah.
It doesn't
Shoot
explode.
the
It hits
head
the
with
ground and it
other
looks
hands.
up at you. The beard still on the side. And his hands are like clenched tight. You could shoot him, or you could try to maintain and heal. If you would like to use emotional healing, I would let you use cards on him to stabilize him with a medicine check.
I'm not trained in medicine. Also, his hands are clenched tight. I'm assuming he's a bomber just like this one.
Or he thought he was going to die from a 100-foot fucking fall. But who knows? Georgia, you cast your spell. You got 1 action left.
Eric, I believe Detect Magic, would that still be up right now?
No, it's concentration. Unless you said you were on a
Yeah,
concentration
yeah, it
the
is.
entire time.
You're
You've
right.
been- I don't
No,
think
you're
it
right.
Probably is.
Okay.
Fucking
Oh, man. And I just used Gentle Landing was a reaction, though. So, yeah, I will use
fuck.
2
Why am I
2
fucking-
actions to Detect Magic.
Yeah, okay. His right hand is glowing. Through the
Same aura.
cracks.
Blood
Yeah,
red?
blood aura, but he is holding it tight. He doesn't look like he wants to let go. That's what I will say. Just with passive kind of figuring things out.
And this is a lot different than before.
The other one was crawling and then opened his hands to basically show you fucking he's missing all his teeth. what the context was, if they're doing it on purpose or not, you don't know. They can't talk.
Okay, George is just gonna call out, you open your hands and you die, whether it's from my brother or whatever you're holding.
He clenches his hand tighter. He's blood dripping out, but he's like holding as tight as he can.
Okay.
So one reaction, I need an intimidation check from you to see how willing this man is to hold his shit together.
Let's go. Okay. Intimidation.
Rector, what are you doing, buddy? And do you move up?
Anything?
Allie?
Move up? What? I'm right next to
No. Allie, do you move up?
Oh.
To
I'm staying back for a moment. Yeah,
okay,
I'm staying
cool.
back
You're
for a
staying
moment.
distanced. Okay.
That's a 14.
All right. Well, with that, what are the rest of your actions so I can get to the other two to close our show out? I was gonna close it with you, but you motherfuckers left me in a non-anticlimactic moment. So
I'm going to tear off a strip of leather.
Okay.
Because there's
tearing
tassels
leather,
and stuff.
that's normal.
There's pelts and stuff off.
Do you
off my
have
shoulders.
a medical bag?
No, I'm
Do you
not
have
trying to. I'm not trained in medicine. I'm not trying to heal him.
Okay.
Shut up. Let me talk.
I still
I'm
trust
ripping
you.
off. I'm ripping off a pelt, and I'm going to wrap it around his fist and tie it so he doesn't have to hold it shut. I'm binding it. I'm binding it closed. Do you want to?
I'd say you could just use his clothes to do that. Like tearing leather, I don't think you can't tear leather. Is my point. Like you can take a cloth or something like that and do it. You're not tearing leather off your fucking armor.
I'm not ripping leather in half like fucking Duvetine. I'm saying I'm ripping a small pelt off my shoulders to wrap his hand up. But if I can use his clothes, I'll do.
He's wearing clothes.
Basically,
they've all been they have no
bind-
armor, they have no boots, they have no gloves. They're wearing their undershirts and breeches. That's it.
Okay, I'll tear a piece of his undershirt off and wrap
That
up his hand. I'm
okay.
basically trying to disable device.
Two actions. Tell me your skill bonus. I will roll.
Thievery is at a +6.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to spend to go with it, just in case?
Sure. What are my options? Activity.
There's no skill bonus, but you could use the hit becomes a crit if you would like. It's purple. We have two of them.
We'll do that.
All right, we'll use Kelly's because I'm assuming she's trying to save. We'll do that. So crit. Yeah, trying to save everybody. All right, crit. All right. Any other actions? I'll say 2 to do that. You have 1 left. Would you like to use any emotional heal cards to kind of stabilize this man between the two of you?
Oh, that's right. He jumped at me.
Yeah, and you stopped him from dying. She did. How many emotional heal cards would you like to use to keep this guy together? We have a lot.
Let's do.
Each one is 1 hit point.
Um.
And I'll let you do up to his stamina with it.
Up to his stamina, like his score.
His half of his stamina, yeah. So if his hit points are 20, you could do 10.
Let's do.
I'm not going to give you an idea of how many he has.
3.
I'm already
Let's
counting
do
them. I have
8.
it pulled up. 8. So
No,
Anna,
let's do
serving
8, 'cause
hands.
I can see-
Nessie, serving hands. Storm Bunny, serving hands. Kelly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and serving hands. We'll use 8. So I'm going to put 8 down. 8 heal. Oh, is that all your actions? You guys good? Can I transfer the other ones?
Yeah. That's all that I had left.
Perfect. Hey, you two. I'm going to put you at the tent. We are out of combat rounds because they stopped the bomb.
Okay.
Pan out. I'm going to go up top. I'll bring us all on because I think everyone should be here for this. Burke, if you'd like to be up there, you're welcome to. The other two have to be down there dealing with him, though. This is a split party situation. Are you going in the tent?
I would have waited for Burke, and then, yeah, I've got my buckler in one hand. What is this thing?
So inside the tent is made of like wolf pelts, armor, clothes. It is made from stolen objects. The tent flap is closed. The people outside, you tell me quiet, and they silence themselves. And they watch as you looking at the flap. It's kind of blowing in the wind. You would have to open if you want to see inside. Burke, are you moving up with her, or are you staying there?
I'll stay at her side. So if she moves in, I'll move in with her.
Okay. I'll move you up to her, and so you're at least next to each other. You can still see the two guys that are parked here on the side. What would you like to do? We're going to close our show with this tent. I just want to know what you're doing.
Go big or go home. I'm gonna try and like grab the tent flap and like try and what material is this tent made out of? Let me
I
just
told you. Clothes,
Wolf
armors,
pelts. Oh.
wolf pelts.
Yeah, okay.
It's
So if
stitched
it's-
from all of these
If
objects.
it's if it's stitched from everything, I'm just gonna grab the flap. I'm gonna try and tear it versus trying to open it.
So you grab it and pull. I mean, it's stitched together. You can see the sinew that's dried that was used.
Oh, okay.
It is not poorly made, but it is definitely made with thicker, like almost like bowstring. As you pull it inside, there are 3 small cots, a pole in the center to hold it up. Hanging from the top are the heads of people.
Okay.
The ground at first looks like it's snow, but is painted in teeth. Just covering the ground inside of this 8 to 10 foot round tent. And the center on that pole is one human tied to it. Jaw hanging down around it like a necklace and the tongue hanging out. Are you moving inside the tent? We are at horror 4.
Is the creature that's at the tent, is that the one that we've been chasing?
Doesn't look like it. He doesn't have any of the parts of your friend.
Okay. But it still looks like a creature, like one of the creatures?
It looks like a human that's missing part of its
Okay.
jaw.
Okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood the description.
Yep, it's a human tied to the center tent post.
I'll look
I'm-
up around the door frame just in case, or the flap area, just in case there's anything up above.
Give
I'm
me a
gonna do
perception check, both of you. That is very smart.
Because I'm not
That's
gonna
my
just because it's in there
Thing
tied
every
up.
time I enter.
This thing can shapeshift or whatever. I'm not gonna just go and be like, hey, how's it going? I'm letting 2 people freeze to death potentially to try and find this thing.
True.
I got a
13.
okay,
13?
and then I got a. I'm sorry, what was this? That was a 15, so I got 22.
22. Inside the tent, you see a second shadow behind the tent post, behind the person. And you see, it looks like shadows that drape from the person kind of tied with their hands behind their back, their jaw hanging, that kind of goes behind the tent post. Burke, you see the same thing, but the shadows go under the tent post. You can see, because it's in daylight, the skin off the back of the heel of the first guy closest to you drag out and underneath the tent. Like flaps of skin.
Oh. That's
Who and what are you two doing with your actions? Are you going in? Are you staying out here for the party? Are you yelling? What are we doing?
So Burke, you see. I'm sorry. So Burke sees the shadows spreading underneath the.
From outside the tent, in. You see it from the person in front of the pole, inside the tent, behind the pole. Like there's something dragging off of him.
Okay.
I want to say much else than that. I can't without ruining things. There's like threads, thick leather straps coming from the guy outside and the one tied to the pole on the inside, leading behind into the shadows of the tent.
I make some sort of check to see if I know what this might be, like why he would
You could make an occult roll if you would like.
Not trained.
Or occult, as we like to say it. You can make a thaumaturge. You could do your esoteric lore if you'd like before you go into 10.
I'm gonna do that. Because
Give me
this could be a
rolls.
haunt or this could be a cursed area, especially in this tent.
Sure, yeah.
Claymore mine.
You give me a claymore mine. You know,
Yeah, it could be a claymore.
Fucking pull
my
strings
God,
on
with all
both
the
of them.
fucking
Just,
teeth.
I got a
point towards
dirty.
enemy.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. Burke, you doing a roll untrained or no?
Untrained. 6.
Cool. You have no idea. Almost said Nora again. Maria, I had to stop. Maria, you know that this creature takes on the pieces of people to make themselves more human. You have heard of cryptids being able to manipulate bodies through contact. There is a, and I've just increased the cryptid, but Mathala out here, which is the tiger moth cryptid that people worship, it's able to like control shadows. This creature is a creature of flesh that manipulates flesh and might be able to control people the same way. That's what I will give you. I will also let you know that because you made a knowledge check, similar to, this danger is definitely severe. Like, you can feel hair standing up, like, this is not a safe place. And with that, Burke, I need to know what your AC is right now.
Well, because I didn't activate my special defensive magic armor, I am sitting on my basic AC, which is still a hardy 19.
Hit a 21. The man who is tied up, his hands slide out from behind his back, like almost like wet, like leather, and they inflate and stretch to grab onto you.
My
got-
arms are too long.
While I make contact, you can feel almost like before it makes total contact, your skin kind of pull from your body. Like the epidermis separate. I do 8 points of damage. As it makes contact and immediately starts pulling back, and you can feel your skin stretch about 8 inches from you. Inside the tent, the arms slide out and it drops, and like it looks like someone dropped a sheet of flesh as it slides down the pole. And behind, you can see the goat-like creature. Its tongue is draped out and like leading underneath the tent. And his hands detached from the body that was in front of him, no bones in it, as it grabs the tent pole and pulls it, trying to collapse the tent before you can get to him. I'm going to cut there. Regdur and Georgia, you hear the scream of the person next to the guy who reaches out while he's got the gag on. And the guy that you save rolls over and he starts writing in the snow in Dwarven. And all it says is run. With that, a shadow looks down from the 100-foot up. Goat horns crouch down as it starts to scurry down the 100-foot cliff edge. There's not one. There's 2. Well, everybody, that's our show for the night. We're going to get into our cryptid combat. I do need our party to decide if this is a capture or a kill hunt tactic they want to use when we start next Tuesday.
Kill.
Kill.
I'll even let you split it if you want. But kill?
Well,
Allie wants to kill the fuck out of these things. Georgia would say capture.
Yeah, we got one for
Capture is one of
capture.
them?
We got one for kill. Kelly said kill. Burke.
Kill.
Kill.
All
Sorry.
right. We're kill all around, everybody. I'm circling kill. For those of you who joined us tonight, thank you. It was really great to see Alan back. Hi, buddy. How are you doing? Let me pull up the horizontal. We will be back next Tuesday at 8 p.m. CST. We're going to go into the secret room in Discord. If you've bought your secret shirt, I have some things I need to talk to the cast about on how we want to handle these fights. And we're going to spend some of the cards that were played tonight. Thank you to everyone who purchased cards, played cards, gifted cards. We have a lot of stuff here between Survival, Keeper's Aid, which we're probably going to need the Keeper's Eye for some of these fights. These creatures are 3 levels higher than our party. But because they have the hunt tactic, if they successfully get some things going, they might be able to survive. Great. Does anybody have any important announcements before we close out the show and I go to our a little Ethauntia minute?
Southtown the comic is now available in stores on shelves.
Allie,
Yay.
that's not a very good sales pitch. You might want to try hard. Are you a little worried?
I'm still very upsetty about what has just gone down, okay? That's
okay. So, would you like to tell people what you did on that comic? You should be proud of this.
Hey guys, what's up? So yeah, go check out www.southtowncomic.com. It is a cyberpunk comic. I've been working with a very small team on it. It is a trio of us. There is the writer, there's the illustrator, and then I have been adapting everything to digital format and doing all of the color work, and except for one page where I got some help.
Is that person in the room?
Yeah, thanks, Kelly. And then all of the text and stuff like that. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a lot. And we have our launch party on Friday.
Anybody else got anything special going on? No?
I was just gonna say tune in next
I'm
Monday
unpacking
for...
boxes and building shit.
No, you don't have anything important.
No.
Kelly, what were you saying?
I was gonna say tune in next Monday for more Everyday Heroes.
Oh my God. We'll see how that goes. We only got 2 episodes of John Wick 1970s left, and then we'll be back with this one.
Last night.
Well, everybody, wave. What? Go ahead, Todd.
I was gonna say, if all goes well, we'll have character art for next week, just in time for all of us to die.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Well,
I mean-
I wanna have it done by then. So
All right, well, then the pressure's on. All right, wave bye, team.
bye, team.
Bye, everyone. Bye, team.
Bye, team.
Hey.
Thank you so much for watching the show tonight. It's great to have an audience here participating with Streamloot cards. We're going to go into our secret time, add up our monster points, our monster parts, all of our gales and our squalls. Get ready after this. This is going to be a tough fight next week. We'll see if they survive. We need to get as many cards possible for them to survive as we can. With that, thank you for joining us. I'm going to kick us over to our intro, and we will see you all on Monday for a little bit of Everyday Heroes, John Wick 1970s. Thank you, everybody.